Oh boy, this story's heating up already. There's a rumor out there. A rumor. Someone in the really going after what this says. How do we know from one site we're going to take that as something? No one said that, but there's a report out there that James Gunn apparently already is going to be out at DC if that Warner Brothers sale goes through. Do we believe it? True? False? Well, we're certainly going to have a conversation about it because that's what you do in the world of movie news. Is it true? Is it false? Is it bullshit? Is it accurate? That's what you do when there's stories out there that are circulating. Warner Bros. Apparently said no to Paramount, the takeover bid. So is this story, again, going to be moot? We got a big box office here. Do we? Is it really big? I don't know, but it sounds better. Tron is number one. And then Wonderman had a trailer. Do we care? Do you care? We shall see. So let's get into it, everybody. It's myself, John Roca, here on the channel today, Kristian Harloff Show. Let's do it. Welcome back, everybody, to the show here today. It's myself and where'd he go? Hold on. There he is. John Roca. Perfect. I got a note that I needed to add your shot. I did it. Perfect. Welcome back to the show, John Roca. How was your weekend?
It was good. It was busy. The Lady Outlaw is finally done with COVID, so we celebrated a little bit last night. But yeah, a lot of NFL watching, a lot of movie watching. But then ready to jump back on and talk about stuff today for sure with you, man. So yeah, happy to be back.
I'm glad you're back. The last 2 weeks have been just hectic. For me in general, because there was personal stuff going on. Again, nothing serious, but personal stuff that was going on that I had to take. There was like days I had to step back. I was in the city 4 days last week, which is again great, but it takes a lot of time. I had a great interview with two of the stars from K-pop Demon Hunters, which will be that'll essentially be Wednesday's episode, and it was awesome, and it was a really good conversation. I got some great information, good chat in general. And I went to New York Comic Con on, Friday was when I was walking around. And it's so fun. I met some wonderful people that are supporters of the channel and everything too. But I was walking around and I'm like, and I really was there not only to say hello to some people if people are coming up who watch the channel and supporters, and it's always very nice. I was there to see, I saw Koi, I saw Perry, I saw Gray Drake, I saw Attack Peter. And that was nice. That was really... It's so funny because I'm walking around the floor and I'm just a little bit detached from that now. I'm doing it every year at San Diego for so long. It was really nice. It's a wonderfully put on Comic-Con. And I will tell you this, and this is something I would talk about on stage, and this is something I would talk about on a podcast.
Okay.
Easily the best smelling Comic-Con I've ever gone to.
Well, that's what happens when you have it in 5 different buildings. You spread out the smell.
It's huge. That place is huge. No, and I'll tell you what, it's not, because I was wondering, I was like, when is the con smell going to hit me? Because it always does. Never did. You know why? Because they bombard it with like popcorn and everything too. Like the whole place smells like food. And I was like, this is very smart. Even if it stinks like shit in here, I can't tell because they bombard you with all this food smells. And I was like, that is so smart, because I'm walking around like, because a lot of times your eyebrows are melting off your face from some of the odor going on in some of these things. But I couldn't believe it. I made it clear to everyone that I was like, it smells great in here. What the hell's going on?
Well, isn't that where they do sporting events? So maybe they're conditioned, to understand that people don't want to be smelling other people's funk. So they purposely make it so that you're smelling the food more than anything else. So yeah,
it was good. It's a very well put on. Con. It really
years ago when I went one time. It is. You're right.
It really is. It's spread out really nice. The people are having a good time. It's a nice vibe, a nice energy. I just was like, okay, I'm going to see the people I'm here to see. I'm going to walk around, look, take it in, and then I'm going to go home. I only went one day. So that was enough for me.
Did you see Horowitz? He was hosting.
I did
interviewing. Yeah,
I did. I saw he was the one who got me my tickets.
Oh, nice. Okay.
So I did. I saw him actually on, when was that? Wednesday is when I went to
Mm.
pick up my. I went out. I saw Tech Peter. I saw Josh. I hung out with Josh for a little bit, and then we were talking. He told me he had the Sigourney Weaver panel he was doing,
Nice.
which he got an exclusive out of that. He got the whole thing about Ripley, potentially coming back, which I thought was great. Yeah, no, it was great to see everybody. It was nice. It was nice in general. So
great.
yeah. Anyway,
kind of low key though, right? Like there was a couple of things that blew up out of Comic-Con, but not much. Not much kind of blew up out of New York Comic-Con, but it was very low key, man. It's, you know, these big ones are starting to become just kind of like fun events, but not necessarily places to break massive news anymore like they used to.
No, because the internet just overpowers everything.
Yeah.
There's just more that you can accomplish. But I think that the way that they were doing it, in the way they were spreading out their projects, that this one was smarter than the way they do it at San Diego. Anyway, so there was news that was popping over the weekend, and I start with this, as I saw someone in the comments say it, and I don't disagree with them, but it's like, you know, you talk about things that are coming up with the potential of. This is my favorite. There was a potential of Robert Downey Jr. being cast as Dr. Doom a while before it came out. There was rumors about it. So we covered it. And like, why are you covering this rumor? It's a rumor. Why would you cover it? It's like, because what happens if it actually turns true and it's potential? And that's what you do on these shows. That's what we've been doing for years. So this next story, to me, and you might have a very different perspective. I haven't talked to you about this at all. This is one of those stories where I don't know how true it is. I don't understand necessarily why it would be true, but nonetheless, the rumors are out there, so we're going to discuss. Okay. And that rumor, of course, is the fact that James Gunn, they're saying this isn't even a question mark. This is they're going straight up with James Gunn out at DC. This is Cosmic Book News. Again, take it with a grain of salt. But Matt McGloin says, with Superman reportedly bombing financially and with Peacemaker season 2 flopping with fans, I reached out to my insiders about the state of the DCU under James Gunn. The short of it is that James Gunn will be out as head of DCU with the WBD sale. I'm told if David Ellison of Skydance Paramount buys WBD, that Mike DeLuca will be in charge of DC and do a completely new start. This is now. Gunn recently said he is doing whatever he wants with DC. That sounded odd to me, as if you're building a new universe, you would want to be successful with the fans. That's not happening, as both Creature Commandos and Peacemaker failed to chart on Nielsen. They don't have a big audience, and Gunn's claims that Peacemaker Season 2 was meant to be a sequel to his Superman movie was pure BS. Superman also failed to resonate with international fans. Its box office came in under Zack Snyder's Man of Steel by a large margin. Gunn's approach to the DCU has been all about divisive messaging. It's splitting the fan base. I am of the opinion that Gunn is doing whatever he wants with DC because his days are numbered and he knows it. So he's getting himself, all his friends, and his wife big paychecks before WBD sells. That means when a sale goes through, James Gunn is out. So I reached out to my Hollywood insiders, and this is what I was told. Recently, saw the big news that Mike DeLuca, Pam Abdi, re-signed with Warner Brothers. In Deadline's report, they basically said it's because of the sale of Warner Brothers Discovery. David Ellison is looking to purchase WBD, so WBD CEO David Zaslav is putting people in place that Ellison wants. That means Ellison wants DeLuca and Abdi in charge of the WB films. You'll notice that Gunn has pivoted from his planned Gods and Monsters storyline into what he calls his Superman family saga. The Superman family is all Gunn. The Gods and Monsters storyline is likely ditched because Gunn knows he can only get a select amount of movies out before the sale. I've also been told the reason why DCU projects have been stalling is because of Gunn's interference. Filmmakers want their own vision and not Gunn's. I'm told that most visionary directors in Hollywood are staying away from not only DC, but Marvel and Star Wars because life is too short and everyone is looking for original properties. I'm told that Zack Snyder is happy doing his original stuff, but would only return to DC for one last movie, an adaptation of The Dark Knight Returns. I'm told that if Warner Brothers gets sold, whoever buys it wants a completely new start. While it has been reported that Sundance is eyeing to purchase WBD, I'm told Universal is still in the mix. I know we've been doing that for years. What I am told, if David Ellison buys Warner Brothers Discovery, is that James Gunn will be out. David Ellison's father, billionaire David Ellison, is close to President Trump. So Peacemaker isn't getting a season 3, and Gunn lied about a family-friendly approach to DC. Told that nobody in the building knows his status except for Gunn, but his actions speak as to what might happen. Again, it's obvious, and Gunn has said it himself, he's doing whatever he wants with DC. It's because with the sale, his DCU will be dead. Will be dead. Back to David Ellison, I'm told that Mike DeLuca will take over. Recall how my insiders told you about the real ending of The Flash, which is something Gunn completely changed. DeLuca wanted to bring back Snyder's DCEU, which would have in part led to the return of Henry Cavill as Superman and the return of Ben Affleck as Batman, with Batman multiverse happening. All got scrapped when Gunn took over. I am of the opinion that Gunn knew about the eventual sale and that Zaslav handed him over the reins and gave him the ability to do whatever he wants before the sale. They just wanted DC content out there to make the sale look better. Back to DeLuca and DC, I'm told he won't be bringing back the Snyderverse as everyone has moved on. He'll be starting a new DC universe under Ellison Skydance. I guess we'll be back, bring back Truth, Justice, the American Way. You also know Gunn's history with conservatives, which also likely explains Gunn's DCU agenda. He's getting it all out before the sale. All right, there's more to it, but I think that's good for now. Okay, first of all, are you Matt McGloin?
I am not Matt McGloin, nor would I want to be Matt McGloin.
I don't know.
Yeah, I've followed him before. I've not followed him, but I've read his stuff before. He's very, very to the right.
Okay.
He cries about woke shit all the time. So
okay.
You got to factor that into this.
Okay.
Quote unquote exclusive.
Doesn't mean he doesn't have insiders though.
I'm not saying that.
No, I know you're not. I know you're not.
So,
I know you're not. I know you're not. You're just,
he's gone after Gunn. He's, said 28 days, whatever, 20 years later. Has it gone woke or last time it's gone too woke?
Drew,
so
eat shit. Drew, eat shit. It's like, why are we covering it? Because if it's true, we're talking about it now. Yeah. Let me give my opinion. I don't think that this is true.
Yeah, right.
Why am I covering it? Because what the fuck if it is? Stop it, Drew. Stop it, Drew. It's the same as I just gave the Dr. Doom example.
Right.
Because if the story turns out to be true, we're saying what if? And that's the whole point.
Right.
That's why, Drew.
But
are you brand new to this, Drew? Come on.
But
get your shit together.
What you're saying, though, aside from Matt's politics or whatever, like there is, I think, something to discuss here because this is something we brought up on the hot mic before. Because Jeff's not as politically aware as I am about this stuff, and so when I heard Ellison was sniffing around WB, I was like, this is dangerous because this guy wants to push a certain narrative. He wants to buy Paramount, wants to buy WB, which owns CNN, and push his narrative. So I said to Jeff on the hot mic a couple weeks ago when it first broke, because it broke during our show.
Right.
I said to him, I wonder if James Gunn will even survive if Ellison takes over WB and we're starting all the hell over again, because James clearly has, a certain point of view. She said for this season is very clear, the comment that Adebayo said, current America isn't that different from a Nazi state. Like those are comments. And so what Matt's saying in his article carries weight that James is going to do what he wants to do. And maybe it's because he knows once the sale is done, he's done. So he's going to do whatever he wants to do until then. It's possible. The idea of the fact that DeLuca and Abdi re-upped, and that could lead to the fact that they want them to take over and they're being picked by Ellison to take over. Ellison gets that bid through. That makes a lot of sense to me as well. When you re-up those two, I know Jeff scoffed at this on Thursday. He was like, well, why does it matter? Why are you even thinking Reeves verse? I didn't even think about Matt Reeves. And I go, yeah, I know you didn't, Jeff, because you don't think about the superhero shit the way I do. And the thing is, Matt Reeves, I think this is a vote of confidence on the Matt Reeves approach to DC if you keep Abdi and DeLuca, because he reports to them, not James Gunn. And people need to really clarify it in their minds. So this article feels like there are some elements of truth to it down the road. Because when you come in, this as a sports guy, Kristian, if you're a general manager, you don't want to be handed the coach. If you're coming in as a new general manager, you want to pick your coach. So it may be some moves being done in the background to put this together, because Zaslav and Ellison are both, buddies, and they're big Trump people. So I wouldn't be surprised if they're working stuff out.
Well, that's the point. And as far as why you would even discuss this, because if it does go through this sale and it is indeed okay, here's DeLuca and Abdi, who at one point we were saying they are the ones that are going to be out, and now no one's saying that because they have hit after hit after hit after hit.
Right,
they're crushing it right now. They're in the position right now that this would make sense. It was like, okay, look, I'm going to buy this. We don't like what Gunn's doing. We don't like his messages. We don't like all that stuff. In the same way, ironically, when Gunn was taking over, where they were like, well, we don't want to do the Snyder stuff. We don't want to do the Cavill stuff. We don't want to continue that. So we're going to say goodbye to that.
Yeah.
If you're buying something and you're not a fan of what Gunn's doing, it is absolutely realistic that they could, and that whole report of, look, let's add some value to it. Hopefully Superman makes some money on it, and then it adds value when we sell it. Of course, that all makes sense. Now, the question is, though, how much of it is truthful? And they're like, no, we want to continue on what they're doing. We bought it because we do like that. Like you guys talked about it on Thursday, you and Steph. Does it look like it actually lost money, or I don't really know the story? Every other thing I hear, it made money, it lost money, it made money. What's the real story?
I think it did. I think it made money, but it didn't make money to the numbers that it should have made money.
Sure, and but it didn't lose money, right?
It didn't lose money, no.
Okay.
Because of the ancillary stuff and all that stuff that you get, plus the goodwill with DC, with the fans. Although after Peacemaker season 2 finale, I don't know how long that goodwill is going to last.
Huh? Is it bad?
Yeah, I mean, for me, it was not good. I know there are a lot of people who are trying to claim that it was good, but there's a lot of people who don't like it, and it's the lowest rated episode of the season already. So, but so to me, this is an interesting position that Gunn finds himself in, and I think Matt takes some actual facts and puts it through his filter and comes out the other side with, this is a way you can look at it, in that he hasn't quite achieved the numbers and the overall public response that you would like yet. But I think he's achieved a certain amount, maybe not all the way. So I think it'd be fascinating to see. I think it's great that we're not going to get him for another movie. Like, it's not till Man of Tomorrow. We're going to get Clayface. We're going to get Supergirl. We're going to get Lanterns. All of that, I think, will wash the James Gunness out of people's mind for a little bit. And then boom, we're into Man of Tomorrow and see where we're at. But by that time,
wait, where's it going to be in the sale? Where's it going to be in the sale?
They already launched a bid, Kristian, this quickly.
I know.
I
would say this though, dude. Here's the one thing I would say, because I do. My personal opinion is, I think you let it go for a little bit, and you don't dismantle it and start over again. I just think, you're really gonna crush some of the momentum that you have. It's like, okay, we just started this. We have these stories, what we want to tell, and we're not really even giving it any chance. And we're just going to reset again, and people are going to go, "Oh my God! Now I have another Superman." It's exhausting. It's exhausting. So I don't think that's the way to go. I think what you do, if you do sell it, you bring James Gunn in, and you go, you gotta tune down the Gunnisms of it all. It can't, in the same way that has become Filoni's Star Wars, it can't become James Gunn's DC. It just can't. I know he runs it, but I mean, like, everything feels like James Gunn everywhere. It's like, that's exhausting too. Well, a movie here, a movie there, a show there, okay, but an entire thing, it's like, no, it's got to feel like Batman. It's got to feel like Superman. It's got to feel like Wonder Woman. It doesn't feel like this is James Gunn's Batman, James Gunn's Superman. It's like, that's why I think people, if it's true, pushing back would make sense to me.
Yeah, and I think you're so on point with this, Kristian, because, like, Feige, it doesn't come out and say this is Kevin Feige's Black Panther or Kevin Feige's Avengers. Like, but we know Feige is the guy who is in charge of these projects and overseeing the big projects. It's kind of understood, but the fact that he doesn't have to make it really clear that it's him, I think this is an essential thing, and the difference between him and Gunn. Gunn wants you to know that it's him. He likes the stroke. He enjoys the stroke. He's in on his own stroke. And so I understand that, but with that comes the criticism, and you have to take it on the chin. What he did over the weekend with this, well, Peter Safran's the one who added the final few scenes of that, Evan. Like, that kind of stuff. No, bro. No, you don't get to blame the defense if you lose the game. The defense and
what did he say? He said Safran added Peacemaker stuff.
He added the stuff at the end with Peacemaker.
I haven't seen it. I haven't seen it. I haven't seen since episode 3. Yeah.
So I mean, this kind of stuff, and you're right. It's all about him, and that becomes an issue. But here's the other side of it, and I think this is important to throw out there as well, because it's not just from the studio side. It may be that James doesn't want to work for Ellison. It may be that James steps down himself.
That's a good point. Great point.
You know what? You're not going to let me do the thing I want to do in the attitude and the political mindset that I have about it in my politics and my stuff. Then I don't want to work for you, and I'm going to step down and move away. That's very possible.
Well, it also depends on contracts and stuff too, right? Wish he could leave his contract. Absolutely, 100%. But that's a great point. Those conversations at one point with Zaslav have to, whether you believe this report or not, of whether or not he's on the outs. You have to separate it and go, okay, does he know about the potential sale? What could that mean? And would he then say, okay, we have new bosses now, and the boss, because that's regardless of truth or not truth, that is a truth. If you get new bosses, the new bosses might not be under the same kind of guidelines that Zaslav was giving you. You could say, like, that's when he was in charge.
Right.
We're in charge now, and we actually want you to do this.
Right.
Your boss, who you had before, we've all had bosses like, oh man, I wish so-and-so was still the boss because he let me do my shit. I was able to do that. Now these guys are on me and they're making me do this now. It's not as fun. It's a great point. It's a great point. Yeah,
very possible. Yeah, you can't remove the autonomy or the agency that Gunn has to do what he wants to do in this situation. You know, I take Matt's points about, you know, his insight. I don't know Matt's sources, so, you know, I have to respect that because people don't know my sources.
What are your sources saying?
Yeah, exactly. I was going to say that people don't know my sources, so you have to respect that.
Yeah, what are they saying? What are your sources saying?
Well, listen, the Abdi and DeLuca stuff, from what I've heard from the couple of people that reached out to me over the weekend, was like, that's essentially Zaslav saying that he has chosen a side here. And yes, the Gunn, he wants to keep that going, and Gunn doing what he's doing. But the fact that he's re-upped Abdi and DeLuca, yes, he said, you know, oh, I'm rewarding them. But remember, he was interviewing replacements for them in January.
John, how many times have you and I said these words?
Yes.
What? Money talks. Yes, bullshit walks.
Exactly. What have you done for me lately?
They are delivering. We were very critical of them. I was very critical of them.
Yeah.
They told me, take this sock and put it in your mouth, asshole, and watch what we do. And your numbers are proving it to me. I have to give you props. Yeah. I got to give you props. Like you keep delivering.
Yeah.
You are winning. You are winning.
I think.
And like you said before, Gunn maybe didn't lose money. He didn't do what they did.
Right.
So you know, if you're Zaslav, you go, look, I'm going with the team right now because they aren't, because here's the difference of what we were just talking about.
Yeah.
I wouldn't, unless I read about it, I would have no idea what DeLuca and Abdi were involved in.
Mm-hmm.
I know everything he's involved Gunn's in when I'm like, oh, that's a Gunn joke. That's a Gunn joke. Oh, that seems like that's in the Gunn universe. And it's like, wait, you're making James Gunn movies now. Even if people are like, well, he's not directing this. He's not. Yeah, but that's the whole point, is that how involved is he getting? And because he's going away from the gods and monsters of it all and making it more about the Superman thing, is he telling people, well, we want to make it all feel like it's part of this thing. So add this, add that. And they're just like, I don't want to add this. I don't want to do that.
You can't have two competing attitudes. Right. Like you and I look at we've talked about Star Wars, and like, you know, Star Wars, I've finally come around where you're at, that Star Wars is pretty much dead now.
It's not dead, but it's not America's pastime anymore.
Yeah, fair point.
Right.
So I guess that's what I'm trying to get at.
It's in trouble. It's in trouble.
Right. If you have something like Andor come out and it is massive and respected and awards and people are and then you see something like, you know, The Acolyte or these other things come out and they're just not anywhere near the quality level or the kind of thing. And you just go, those are two competing visions for Star Wars. And you know, one person in charge of Star Wars has nothing to do with Andor. There is a bristling that happens because you're taking attention away and people are comparing everything you're doing to Andor. People are going to compare everything Gunn does to Matt Reeves as the Batman.
Right.
So to have two competing points of views under the DC umbrella makes no sense eventually. So
it just also shows you that there is no clear champion right now. It is all up for grabs, because we'll talk about the Wonderman trailer also. Marvel has no idea what their brand is right now.
Yeah.
DC, clearly, we don't know what's happening with DC, and Star Wars is a freaking mess. So out of the big three, they're like, who's really, I mean, people are looking forward to way more. I mean, horror right now is way more in the driver's seat than any of these three things. Horror, thrillers, and then Avatar probably have the biggest number, and Wicked will have will beat anything any comic book related stuff did. And we haven't seen a Star Wars movie since 2019, which is insanity. It's a very different landscape right now, and it really is that people are like, you could feel it. There are things that are creeping up that could be the next thing. But you just got to have the balls to do it. And it looks like Abdi and DeLuca have the balls to do it right now, which is crazy.
Artistically, yes. and possibly in the IP arena. You know, if the Batman Part 2 comes out and it makes $1 billion and your Superman made 600 and your Supergirl made maybe 3 or 4 and your Clearface makes maybe 100 or 200. I mean, there's a whole nother conversation to be had. That said, I mean, maybe it's picking up steam obviously at home and it broke all those numbers on HBO Max. Maybe Man of Tomorrow comes out and it makes $1 billion. That's very possible, you know, but I think right now it's curious days over the next couple of years. What happens?
It's in, you know, the last thing we'll say about this and move on is that if DeLuca does take over, what you will see is someone, if he does take over, you will, I do think it's going to be very confusing. And I think that it's like, it's going to be one of these things of just like, you know, blue in the face here of smaller budgets and those things. But like, you're going to ask the audience once again, hey, you know what, we asked you to forget about the Snyderverse and go with James Gunn. Well, now I want you to forget about James Gunn and look at all this new Superman. Look at this new Batman. Look at this new, and you're like, oh my God, it's just going to be at the time you get there, he's going to have a lot to deal with. I do think that they're going to give him a shot to say, let's do this. Let's work together. Yes, I think let's work together here. And Gunn's got to be able to say, okay, what's your strategy then? I'll try to take that strategy and see. He's got to work with them. I think they're going to give that at least a year. Remember, his deal was only, what was his deal? Only was for like 3 years or 4 years.
Yeah. And Jeff is convinced that because they re-upped Abdi and DeLuca, that they're going to be re-upping Gunn soon. He said that on the show. I don't know. Okay. I really don't. I'm not as confident as Jeff is about this.
It's going to shut this article up real fast if it does.
Right. If they re-up him and everything like that. But then again, what does a re-up matter if you're going to be sold? Right. It's like, it's a put lipstick on a pig. It's really not that big of a difference. So
it's a good point by someone in the audience too, right now too. And I keep talking about, you know, if they get rid of Gunn and then they, you know, DeLuca takes over. Great point. It doesn't necessarily mean they're going to get rid of Corn Sweat. Doesn't necessarily mean that.
Agreed.
They could absolutely say, okay, you know what we're going to do? We're going to keep David, but we're going to go with this tone instead. We're going to continue it on. We're going to continue the timeline that was set. He's just not in charge of it anymore.
Right.
And so those things still are, it's a great point. It's that the canon is still there. So they don't have to go away from it and they can build off it. So we'll see.
The other part of it is I think Gunn is, I think honestly, if you caught him at 3 a.m. after a few beers, he would tell you how exhausting this is. I mean, it must be exhausting.
I'm sure.
To jump up from director to in charge of an entire universe. And I'm sure Abdi and DeLuca are like, bro, we've been here for a while. What do you think you're doing? You know, and there might be friction there between them. And so that's what I think. And so maybe if DeLuca takes over, maybe Gunn is happy about that and quietly moves down to a lower and goes like, look, I just want to make movies. I tried this. Wasn't my jam. They're letting me stay, be a part of DC. I'm going to keep going my Superman saga, but DeLuca will now be in charge of everything. That's also very possible as well. You know,
could be interesting. That's why. That's why I actually am very glad that we covered this because it's a possibility. Because of the sale itself, there's also a very good possibility that the sales fall through, nothing happens whatsoever, and Gunn is just going to be doing the same thing that he's doing. So the question now falls to me and John. Nope, it falls to me. Falls to me and John. Falls to me. So what do you guys think? Put your thoughts in there. Let us know. Do you think Gunn's out? You think this is a bunch of, as the kids say in France, horse shit? Put your thoughts and let us know. Look, jobs are jobs, careers are careers, and that's why I've been talking about Strawberry. I really helped me out tremendously. I'll tell you about Strawberry. I'll tell you about Upside, and then you're going to enjoy yourself watching both. I want to tell you guys once again about Strawberry.me. It's been so beneficial to me. It really is. It helps people move from just a job to fulfilling career by providing personalized coaching and a clear plan of action. It certainly was the case for me, just to hear my progression, things that I've done in my life, and hear what I could do, what I should focus on. It's been so helpful because you want to have a job, right? Everybody wants to have a job, but what you really need and you want is a career. It's not something that only provides income, but it's a sense of self-worth. It's a sense of accomplishment. If you feel stuck in your job and you want to level up your career, you really should check out strawberry.me. It's a coaching service. It's going to help you move up the ladder, negotiate better pay, you can land a job that you love in an industry that you're passionate about. You just take a quick quiz, and then Strawberry.me is going to match you with a career coach who is best suited to help you achieve your goals. Certainly was the case for me. Sitting down, talking to someone, questions being asked, me answering in ways that I've never really thought about before. It's monumental. And you really have to take accountability for the choices and things that you've made in your life. And when you see those, it's easy for you to then say, oh, well, then I can level up by doing this. Because it's easy to put off important career moves without someone to keep you on track. And that's what Strawberry.me does. Head on over to strawberry.me/Kristian to claim a special offer and get started. That's strawberry.me/Kristian. Stop selling. Start building the career you actually want. It will help you tremendously. What's crazy is that it's fall already. It's coming. And I got 2 kids. The back to school rush, it's already here. We're getting the early morning drop-offs, the after school activities, the soccer games, and the last minute supply runs. Don't forget about the extra trips for groceries, gas. The days get busier, and it all adds up. It adds up fast. Get that free Upside app. There's an easy way to earn real cash back every time you fill up your tank, grab a bite to eat, stop on essentials. Whether you're driving across town for the soccer games or picking up snacks for the school lunchbox, Upside helps you keep more in your pocket. In fact, Top Upside has given back $1 billion to its users. $1 billion. The free Upside app, it gets you cash back on daily essentials, whether it's gas, groceries, and dining. And yes, if you're asking, it's real cash back. There's no confusing rewards, points, credits, just money. And you can transfer it straight to your bank account. Next, claim an offer for what you're buying on Upside. Then pay, as usual, with a credit or debit card. Follow the steps in the app, get paid. So I'm using this. I heard about it, especially everything I mentioned with the soccer games, the back to school rush, all that, that's me. And since I learned about this thing, it has been so beneficial. It fits in so easy to my wife's schedule, to my schedule. Upside has given back $1 billion to its users. To find out how much you can earn, you got to download the free Upside app. You got to use that promo code Kristian. You get an extra 25 cents back for every gallon on your first tank of gas. An extra 25 cents back for every gallon on your first tank of gas. Using that promo code Kristian. I love hearing about stuff like this. I'm so happy that I have discovered Upside, and you will be too. I'm not kidding you. Upside, Strawberry.me. I'm trying to give you guys deals here. Someone told me they checked out Strawberry. Our code wasn't working last week, and now it is. So I highly recommend both, and I hope that you do too. Check it out. All right, we got more, but right now, John, is even though the numbers right now for you're seeing a number that's not there was 7 that were already put in there, so we got 20 right now. Pretty good. 21.
Yeah,
21. Nice. 21 questions. Can we get John to the big 100 before?
Let's get to 100. I might have a scoop for you if we get to 100. How about that? Let's get to 100.
Is that true? You're gonna break something?
Winning. I like winning.
So. All right. Is it a good scoop?
I don't know. It's up to you. It's a perspective, isn't it? I don't know. Is it a good scoop? Yeah.
All right, fine. It's funny. What brought you to
Harloff has been cast in the Marvel universe. No,
perfect. Good. You really want to sync that whole thing. So yeah, well, let's start there. Did you watch that Wonderman trailer?
I did. Yeah, I didn't do a reaction to it, but I watched it. Yes.
And
I like the trailer as an actor. That's the thing, Kristian. I watched the trailer. I'm like, this is fun. This feels very familiar to me, doing these cattle calls and whatever. So it was fun. I like the energy. I like bringing back Trevor Slattery. So to me, this feels like a fun series it's probably going to have little to no weight to it at all. And I like the angle that it's a kid who saw his hero on TV, on this big screen, and now is getting a chance to play it. So, but I tell you this is a hell of a high wire they're walking with this series to make it meta and confront the replacing a white actor with a black actor to play this kind of stuff. Marvel does not do well. So I'm a little concerned about the series itself. And
you should be a lot more than a little. You should be a lot more a little concerned. You should be a lot concerned. But the trailer itself is a very well-made trailer.
Yes.
Yaya's a great actor. The cast is fantastic. I couldn't agree more that it looks like a fun show if it wasn't Marvel. Marvel does not need this kind of show right now. I know that this show was greenlit way beforehand when they were greenlighting everything, and they were like, oh, our shit doesn't stink. We can do whatever we want to do, and this will be fun to do this in the same way that She-Hulk's going to crush it. Well, Shield didn't crush it. It didn't work, and that ending didn't work. And I don't think Marvel needs its own show to be poking fun at it right now. Yeah. Marvel needs people to go, oh shit, we're back. It's Marvel. This is not that show. And it is also coming out in the dumping ground of TV shows in January, which they put a lot of shows in there. And now are they going to all dump it in at one?
All at once. Yeah, all the shows are coming out at once.
Right.
The episodes. Yeah.
So look, I hope, because I like the cast, that this show does well. I hope that I can say to you after it, look, this is a fun watch. I still will probably say the same thing I say now. I don't know what the hell the show really is about, in how it is in the scheme of Marvel. I don't really understand it at all. Are we going to see any of these characters ever again? Is it almost like an Elseworlds thing, even though it's not, because Trevor's in it and these other things? Or is it just kind of like, we made it, we want to show respect to the filmmakers, to the actors, and put it out in the same way that they did with Echo? But this is not a show at the moment that Marvel needs. It doesn't look like a bad show. It's just not a show that they need right now.
Yeah, I mean, remember Ironheart? It was only just a few weeks ago. And so you look at these things, you're absolutely right.
Well, it was a couple months ago, but still, yes, I know what you're saying.
These shows come out, and but they were also like, Marvel is just stuck with these shows because they started them like during COVID, around COVID, and then they had a delay, and then there were issues with the writer's strike. So there was a lot that went down with some of these shows, but they're like stuck having to put them out. And so I think their way of doing it is, we're going to do minimal amount of promotion, drop them all at once and move on, because what we want to get to is Spider-Man, the Avengers movies, and then get into this new phase with the movies and whatever. So we've got to put content out. We shot it. We cast all these people. Maybe it'll be a hit. Who knows? And we'll see what happens. So that's what it feels like. Yeah,
you're spot on. That's exactly what it is. It's we're not gonna do the Batgirl treatment to it. We're not gonna like not air it. We're gonna air it. We're gonna put it in January, the same way that we did. We're gonna cross our fingers that we got a hit on our hands. And if we don't, then like you said, Spider-Man's right around the corner. People will. It's not going to damage the brand. It's not going to damage it. Wow, what happened? This never happens. You're freezing. Which is like normally it's Kalinowski and Steph. You never freeze. You're frozen today, but it's okay. You're better now.
I know,
but it won't damage. I don't think it'll damage the brand.
No, I don't think it'll make any kind of noise at all. I think it'll come out, and that'll be that, and it won't, and people won't necessarily be crazy about it, and then it'll move on. But I don't know what you do with the Wonderman character, unless you're leading to West Coast Avengers with Wonderman and the White Vision or Gray Vision character. That could be where you're headed. And then the rumors about Hawkeye coming back, Jeremy Renner. So maybe that you're headed that direction, but I don't know if West Coast Avengers gets people that excited, to be honest.
No, it really was like when it was made. And that's the point of like how production works. And it's tough. When you're making things today, the landscape of the fans could change dramatically by the time it comes out. When they greenlit that show, Marvel was still king shit. And Marvel was still, we had WandaVision. Falcon Winter Soldier did really well. Yeah, what else? What if we do a Wonderman series? That'd be great. Let's do that. We got, oh, amazing. Let's do it. Absolutely. Every comment, though, on that video that I saw, do you know what the comments, what do you think the major comment was on that trailer?
Who's going to watch this?
No. It was all about the greatest casting of all time. The guy in Superman, the villain.
Oh, yeah.
Seems like he was that. Like, oh, Superman's villain is bad. It was all about him. It was all about him. Everything was all about him.
It's so funny you say that, because when we talked about it on the Geek Buddies, I said it felt like you're back in college where the directors are using the same actors in all their stuff because they don't want to go out and cast new people. They're like, I just saw you on a show I was working on, or a film I was working on. Will you come be in my film? And so I don't understand. You can't find another guy. Like,
he might have been cast beforehand, dude. He might have been cast before him.
Very possible.
And he very well might have been cast beforehand, because
I'm sharing these guys.
Well, again, who knows when he was cast? Like, remember, Ironheart, like you said, it came out a month, 2 months ago, whenever it came out. I saw footage from that in like 2022.
They shot
that a long time ago. So who knows when Wonderman was shot? Who knows?
Yeah.
Anyway, I want to see what the audience thought about it, because again, I think John and I both thought it looks like a well-made show. The question is it going to deliver for Marvel in the way that they needed to, wanted to? What do you guys think? Put your thoughts in there. Let us know. We're going to jump back to the DC side of things, because there is that story now about Warner Brothers rejecting the Paramount Takeover Bid. So what does that mean? Warner Brothers has reportedly rejected a takeover from David Ellison's Paramount Skydance in recent weeks. Bloomberg reports that Paramount's Skydance offered $20 per share, a number that Paramount deemed too low. Warner Bros. Discovery shares closed at $17.10 per share on Friday. It's unclear whether the bid also included the assumption of Warner Bros. $35.6 billion in total debt. Warner Bros. Discovery market cap sits at $42.3 billion. Ellison's interest in bidding for WBD emerged last month, just weeks after closing Skydance deal to acquire Paramount Global. Surprise was that the bid was for all of the company, even as WBD plans to split into two separate companies next spring. Warner Brothers, which would comprise studios and streaming, and Discovery Global, which would be the TV networks and Discovery Plus service. Ellison previously indicated that Paramount needs more content producing engines to achieve sustainable growth, and the overall industry needs more consolidation. So doesn't mean that it's Dunsky. Just means that they said no to that initial bid. Right. Doesn't seem like Ellis is going to be the type of guy that goes, I don't want it anymore. He's going to get it. Right. He's going to get it.
I don't know. It depends on the situation. Because, dude, like, we're down here talking about shit on a podcast. You know, these billionaires, bro, they're up there existing in a whole nother realm of existence, and how they're having these conversations. And none of you who are watching right now know what these guys are going to do, and don't even pretend that you do, because these guys work at a whole nother level and have conversations that we are not privy to through intermediaries, through buffers, and what have you, to figure this whole thing out. They could be in cahoots, Zaslav and Ellison, and who's going to come after him? His buddy in the office? No. Ellison and Zaslav could be in cahoots to drive the price up, or to get it to a certain point, and everybody's talking about it, and then they're going to take it over. They're working all this stuff out, because the idea that Warner Brothers would take the first offer, it makes no is ridiculous. They would never take the first offer. It's all about negotiating, and so they're going to figure this out and put it together if they want to make it happen. Now, there are other companies. Netflix says they're possibly involved, or there's rumors that Netflix is involved. Other companies might be going in on trying to get WB. So there's possibilities. There are other, like Universal, I think is interested in it. There's possibilities here. But yeah, I mean, God knows what's going to happen, and we won't be privy to it until there's a big Business Insider or Wall Street Journal breakdown of everything that happened behind the scenes.
But I agree with everything that you just said. However, I do think that the reason why I think it's 100% going to get done is because this guy also wants it. It's a game to him, and so he's got FU money.
Beyond
super FU money. He's got like
F your mother in front of you money. That's right. Kind of money.
Right. Yeah. He had replaced at one point. I don't know if he still is. Elon Musk is the most richest guy in the world.
Yes.
I don't know if they're back and forth, but he's number 2 or number 1. Either way, it's a lot of money. Either way. Yeah. So he could buy it by himself if he wanted to, just like that. And so it's a game to him. It's fun to him. This is part of what he does. Right. If he wants it, he will get it, in the same way that Elon Musk wanted Twitter. He wanted it, and he got it, whether you like it or not. You knew that once he wanted it, he was going to get it.
Yeah.
So Netflix might not want to even play in this game. They might just say, okay, like you said, we'll get involved just to up the price and make you spend more money than you need to, even though it's not even going to damage you.
Right.
So we'll get involved, but we're not going to really buy it. Yeah. I don't think they're going to buy it. I think that this guy will get it, and then we'll have that whole conversation that we have for the first 20 minutes all over again.
Yeah, I just don't like it, man, because one person should not be in charge of 2 movie studios, man. That is just unsettling on so many levels. I think you know me, Kristian. You got to have competition. You got to have different people involved and stuff. Yeah. If you go into monopoly situation, I think it's just dangerous.
Well, look at what Disney did. Disney did the same thing. Disney did it with Fox and so now it really is Disney versus it's so bizarre if you look at it now, because if they do get it, you've got Disney, which is for the most part pretty far leaning left, and then you're going to have Warner Brothers, which is going to be, if this goes through, pretty far leaning right. It's going to be the world is so interesting to say the least. And I told this so many times how the world of politics blends over, and I don't mean thematically with movies. That's always been a part of it.
Oh well, yeah, sure.
But discussion wise, around the 2017 area, it just bled into it and became this thing of certain movies if you like it, or certain movies if you defend it, you're on the left side.
Right.
Certain movies if you hate it, and you're going after that because you're on the right side. So it's like this thing now that it's like, and now if two sides are now in charge of studios, I don't know what that's almost just like, I want to do that, the Michael Jackson popcorn. I'm like, what do we got next? Because look, in the long run, does it, the irresponsible thing for me to say that I'm about to say, which is true, does it affect me financially? Today, no. Right. I don't know what that means as far as prices going for tickets. I don't know what it means for streaming service. I don't know. Could it eventually? But as far as business wise, doesn't affect me.
No.
Right.
We're in a position where we can talk about it no matter what happens. Right.
Yeah. Disney is not far left. Oh, what? What are you talking about? What? He was kidding. He wasn't being serious. What are you talking about?
Time to Fly Cam is always kind of out there. So
he wasn't. He was joking. He was joking. I mean, you can't. What? Anyway, so the back and forth of the two of them would be very interesting to say the least. But I do think this is going to happen.
I miss the days we could just talk about this stuff without having to slide into all that other shit, man. I really miss the days.
It's gone. Over. Oh, Dunsky. And it's like that's the whole reason why I God bless you and Mike and everybody else who takes their hard stances. God bless you. And I don't do it. I think it is pointless. I think it's pointless. But it's another conversation. Conversation.
I know.
But I do want to ask you before we move on, your Star Wars comment. What made you, because you still run a Star Wars themed show?
Well, not in the last few weeks.
Okay.
I mean, the fact that Laura Kelly hasn't texted me once to do a show in a month, that tells me that like there's a little bit of people are kind of exhausted by it. And I was reading an article over the weekend. Someone, I can't remember what article it was one of these sites, and they were I just stumbled upon the article, and they were breaking down how even the people who are anti-woke and anti-Star Wars aren't doing as much anti-Star Wars content anymore because their numbers aren't big. Their numbers aren't
right.
That content is not anywhere near where it used to be.
Because everybody knows that it's in the shitter. It's like you're just kicking somebody that's already down.
Right. You're picking what's left of the meat off of chicken bone, and there's not much there. And so that
is low-hanging fruit right now. If you're going after like how bad Disney and Star Wars is, like, we know that. We know that.
Yeah.
Like, don't watch those movies because it's going to be so bad. It's like we kind of know that it's going to be in bad shape. It's got potential for certain things, but like, but yeah, it's kind of low hanging. If you're making videos about that, it's kind of low hanging fruit.
Like even over the weekend, like they released the two novels that are coming out, and one is Leia teaching Rey, like that the gap there in before Rise of Skywalker, and I'm like, who is really going to read this? And then there's the romance one that they're coming out with, and I'm like, this is not what you want to come out with when you're Star Wars, man.
I think they live in their own bubble because I'm telling you, they go to the Star Wars celebration things and they go, oh, everybody loves this again. Well, of course, if we had a Schmodown convention back then, and you walk, oh, everybody loves this. Then you walk around and you go to Comic-Con, it's like, what the hell is the Schmodown? I don't know. I don't watch that shit anymore.
Yeah.
Like it's like you can't like use that, like, because I'm telling you, and Filoni is just so in. Oh yeah, everyone loves Star Wars still. Nope. So it's interesting, but anyway,
and I love that Rey's coming back because I like Daisy Ridley. I love her as an actress, and I love her in the role. Josh from Den of Nerds tweeted out at me that he wants to go toe to toe about Rey, and I told him, set it up, let's go, let's have fun.
Yeah,
but I mean, but I understand why people aren't necessarily excited by this. I understand if Starfighter is leading to the kid being dropped off at Rey's Jedi Academy, right? Yeah. There's not enough people that are excited about that.
You got to make people excited about it in the content. It's because, like, look, people who are really locked into this and people who are not like the hardcore Star Wars fans, right? Yeah. I don't necessarily think they're going to be excited for a Rey movie, especially if you didn't like the new trilogy. However, I think that the casual fan will be invested. And I think that the casual fan, if you can get them into the theaters, that's the magic trick. If you can get them into the theaters, they responded to it. So no matter whether you loved it, if you're a lover of it, if you're a hater of it, whatever it is, the casual fan did. The hardcore fans, or whether you're just like you were a big Star Wars fan and they let you down and you can't stand them anymore, and you don't like their politics, you don't like this. Those people, majority of them, aren't the big Rey fans. It's true. And that's a big majority of it too. They should count as people who are going to buy tickets. In the same way that people who love Star Wars and love everything that goes on, there's nothing wrong with it, and they make videos about everything that's so, oh look, she's got a shoe on. Hey, wonderful shoe. They're going to love it no matter what. You can't, but when it comes to the casual fan, the casual fan could be interested unless it's a boring storyline and you don't give a shit. That's when you can lose everybody.
Yeah. I mean, look, I know those movies made $1 billion each. I think each of them made $1 billion, but like the attitude around it isn't exciting. Right?
No,
you don't sense the excitement.
I think they just do a whole movie about the old lady in the end of episode 9. Rey, who are you? The whole movie is just her walking around up to people. Who are you? I'm Zimbao. Zimbao, who are you? And then she goes to the next town and is like, I'm Abale. Abale, who are you? It's a whole movie. It's called Who Are You?
Look at this. Look at
Rey,
this clown. Look at this clown paper chase. You are not a Star Wars fan if you love Rey.
But you can't do that. But that is, though, John, that is the politics side of things. Like,
oh yeah, right. I know everything.
In the same way, though, that's a moronic statement. In the same way, if someone goes, if you don't love Rey, you're not a Star Wars fan.
Right.
There are tons of people who say that shit too.
Equally moronic.
Right. They're both. It's both sides of it. It's both moronic. Yeah. Like I said, you're allowed to be in that pocket that says, look, Disney has continuously led with poor choices, and Lucasfilm was led with poor choices that I believe that the majority of the hardcore fans ain't going to be excited about a Rey movie. I think you're allowed to say that.
Nothing.
But don't forget those casuals. Don't forget those casuals.
But nothing kills excitement more than we can't seem to find the right writer. We keep firing people off the film. Maybe a movie that went through multiple writers and directors and came out successful. It rarely happens.
Yeah, it's a mess. The whole thing's a mess. It's here's the funny thing. Yeah. The hating side and the middle side can agree that Star Wars is a mess.
Yes.
The everything is awesome crew. No, they nothing's wrong. Everything's great with Star Wars. It's clearly it's not. Yeah. Anyway, so that was a lot. All the stuff that we talked about, the sale, Disney, Star Wars, WBD, all that. Put your thoughts in there. Let us know. All right, let's do one more topic before we get to the questions. Again, John said if we get to 100 questions today, he's going to break a scoop on here. Yeah. Can we do it?
Why not?
Let's see. Right now, currently at 35. So let's do this. Let's bring up this conversation, because this is one we always talk about on Mondays, and that's the box office. John, did you see Roofman, by the way?
I did not see Roofman. I've heard great things.
I loved it.
I've heard this. I went to see Tron Ares yesterday, and I almost stayed to watch Roofman, but I didn't. And
We'll talk about it in a second. Let's go over these numbers here, because Tron Ares De-Rezzed at box office. Going into the weekend, Tron Ares was rumored to be heading for a strong start, with the projections suggesting in the 40 million range. That hasn't panned out. The 180 million budgeted film is on track for a 35-37. We'll get a full number in just a second. Opening this weekend following a disappointing 14.3, and opening day lower than Jared Leto flop Morbius. It's also notably lower than Legacy, which debuted 15 years ago, to 44 million. Critics reviewed a mixed B+ audience score, the same as Legacy, suggests it's not going to fare well domestically. Both the third weekend of battle after another. I'm going to get the actual numbers here from Box Office Mojo. We'll do that. You got Tron Ares at 33.5, 60 million worldwide. Roofman at number 2, 8 million total. I think that will wind up making profit because I think it's a $25 million budget, and I think the word of mouth is going to carry over. Maybe I'm wrong. We'll see. One Battle After Another is now at 138 million. It is getting buzz, and everybody calling it potentially one of the best movies of the year. Gabby's Dollhouse, 45 million so far. We already think John and I talked about it last week that has already turned a profit. And then Soul on Fire. I don't know this one.
It's a Christian.
Okay.
So yeah.
So then that was 3 million at the number 5 spot. Yeah. Okay. So I think that we'll talk about Tron Ares.
Right.
I called it, and I stick with it. Visual pizza, right? It is absolutely one of the coolest looking movies I've seen in a very long time.
1,000,000%.
Holy crap. Some of the battles and the things, I mean, like, if you're just going, you're like, hey, all I heard is how great these visuals were. You will not be disappointed, especially if you go in IMAX 3D. It pops. The story's lackluster. It starts out in the first 40 minutes, and I was kind of locked in. And I mean, you don't even have Tron in the movie. It's called Tron. He's not even in the movie. And then Ares, I didn't mind as much. I think Leto, they just want to beat up on him, and I get it. But like to me, he wasn't the weakest thing. I think that the rest of the cast is, what are they doing? They don't even know what they're doing in the movie. There's no development towards them whatsoever. Evan Peters, who's great, is a one-note villain. Yeah. Gillian Anderson is her. Jodie Turner-Smith, they're all just kind of just wasted in just kind of a lame story. But I liked watching it because it was just so visually stimulating. But I wouldn't recommend, like, oh, you got to go. This is a great Tron movie. It's cool looking. That's all I can say about it.
Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah, absolutely. I said that in my review yesterday on my show. I was like, this is if you're a Tron fan, you should go see it to enjoy the visuals, just like Tron Legacy. Yeah. But one of the gifts of this franchise, and I think some people who look at it from the outside don't get it, because I'm a fan of the Tron franchise, is it is perfectly imperfect. It is absolutely perfect. And there's not strong stories in either one of these movies. It's the visuals and the concepts that keep you coming back, right? And I think this is where the movie is fun to look at for sure. I think Jared Leto, as you said, is the best part of the movie. A very soulful performance, in my opinion. I think he's gets a lot of unfair flack because I think he's actually a damn talented actor. I thought Jodie Turner-Smith was good, but I agree with you, Evan. I saw the Nepo baby tech bro performance from Alien Earth, and that's the way better performance than what Evan is doing. Jillian is collecting a paycheck because she's barely in the movie. Yeah. And the story, you're absolutely right. The story is so weak from the beginning. You don't progress. And even Greta Lee, who I think is a damn good actress, like, you give her some trauma, but you don't really explore that trauma, and then you give it resolution. And you're like, well, what's the point? Like, so there was a lot in the story and the concepts of, like,
I would have liked to see them flip it. I would have liked to see her as the bad guy and Evan Peters as the good guy. That would have been interesting.
Yeah,
that would have been interesting.
And the Pinocchio stuff, you don't explore the concepts of what it means to be human. You just touch on it. You don't really explore it. And the idea of rampant technology coming into our world and infecting our world. Again, Disney presenting concepts, but refusing to dive into them and actually flesh them out and explore them. It was frustrating on that level, but visually,
I'm telling you, visually it is. If you want to go watch something cool in IMAX, you can't leave that movie going, I wasn't. No one has said the visuals are lame. They're incredible.
Yeah,
incredible.
Even the cameo, the Jeff Bridges cameo, was just kind of there for fun. It really
it was there to tie in the franchise.
Yeah,
that's it.
Yeah.
All right. So, Roofman. I knew nothing about this movie kind of going into it. I told you, unless I'm watching trailers for the reaction for the channel, I don't watch trailers anymore. I just don't do it. People said, well, don't you watch trailers when you go to see movies? Luckily enough, at press screenings, they don't show trailers. So I don't watch trailers. All I know, I read some kind of synopsis about Roofman, and I go, oh, I guess Roofman is like a comedy, kind of like a rom-com comedy or whatever it might be, a goofy thing.
Right.
So I didn't know anything about it. and I just knew Channing Tatum was in it, and I didn't really know anybody else who was in it. Right. So then I'm walking into the theater, and I'm like, oh, who directed it? And I look down and I see Derek Cianfrance. I go, well, this is going to be a very different movie than what I'm expecting it to. I love Derek Cianfrance. I love Place Beyond the Pines, Blue Valentine, but I'm like, what am I about to? I'm like, there's no way he's doing a goofy rom-com. And I had no idea it was a true story.
Yes.
I had no idea Kirsten Dunst was in it, Peter Dinklage, Ben Mendelsohn. I mean, dude, it's awesome. It's one of my favorite movies of the year. Easily.
That's what I hear. It's really good.
It's awesome. It's awesome. And you're so engaged in it. And I don't even want to tell people if they haven't seen anything of it, but like just knowing what the story is, because then they show at the very end of the movie, they show like real footage from everything that happened. And it's like, oh, all that shit really did happen. Right. And they go through it. Roofman is not a rom-com. It's not a rom-com. That's what I thought going into it. It is a true story. There are comedic elements, but like realistic comedic elements, things that really happened inside of this thing that they play for comedic effect. That would be funny if I was telling you a story about something that happened or something someone said. So, yeah, that's funny, but it's not. And so I would say it's a dramedy because there are comedic moments. Channing Tatum is excellent in the film.
Yeah. And this is probably his wheelhouse, right? Like this is the kind of stuff Tatum does so well. Right?
So well. Oh, and then and Lakeith Stanfield. Also,
right. Yes,
he's also great. And Juno Temple. I mean, the cast is insane. It's an insane cast.
What about Kirsten? Is Kirsten?
She's great. Their chemistry is incredible. Yeah. They have incredible chemistry, and I was just like, oh, that was a great movie, man. I really enjoyed watching that film because I knew nothing about it going into it. Right. Knowing how fascinating the true story was about what the guy did. And then the idea, like, it's just essentially the choices someone can make in their lifetime. It's always the conversation that I had many times over. Good people can make bad choices.
Sure.
Good people can continue to make bad choices. Just because you make bad choices doesn't mean you're a bad person. It doesn't. And I think that's what this movie ultimately says, because it's like there's time you're rooting for him when you're not supposed to be rooting for him because he's so damn likable. And then there's things that you're like, oh, I hope that happens, or maybe that shouldn't happen. And you just invested. It's Derek Cianfrance's best movie, maybe for me. I love Place Beyond the Pines, but I think this is my favorite because those other movies, as much as I love them, you ain't feeling any kind. You're like, ooh, you're hurting.
I've never finished Place Beyond the Pines. It's so depressing.
It's so depressing, but I love it.
Yeah.
And the other one was the one, the Lighthouse movie, the one with him and Michael Fassbender and Alicia Vikander. It's another deep, dark one.
Oh, right.
There's another one, but this one's cool. So anyway, I highly recommend that movie. Highly recommend it. So that is, to me, that's number 2. And then One Battle After Another, continuing to do well in the box office, more and more word of mouth. I think it has the debut. It's like, if as wrestling fans, you remember that Monday Night Raw or SmackDown or the Royal Rumble when somebody debuted. Yeah, that's One Battle After Another for Chase Infinity. Chase Infinity's this is her star performance. She's going to be in the conversation for awards. She's going to be everywhere. You're going to see more and more of her. And this movie is continuing to catch fire. Number 3 is pretty damn good for this film.
Yeah, I think it's great that people are still going back to see it over and over. And like I said, I've seen it 4 times in the theater. Wow. I missed seeing it in 70mm last week, unfortunately. But maybe with Tron not doing well, they'll bring it back and put it there in Irvine, and I'll go see it again. But I love the movie. I really do. And it's great. And Jeff was like, "Oh, it's the politics." Well, it isn't the politics. It's a story about a father and a daughter and how they repair their relationship with the damage of the way it started. And what can they do to find their way back to each other? And that's what keeps me coming back to see the movie. I really enjoy the emotional stuff. The other stuff is fun, of course, as decoration of the film, but it's really about a father and daughter. And I think that's why people keep coming back to watch it, because it's a really strong emotional story at the center of it. And,
Agreed. Agreed. All right. Well, that's the box office. What do you guys say? Did you see Tron Ares? Did you see Roofman? Did you see any of these movies? Have you been to the theater recently? Put your thoughts in there. Let us know. Okay, we're going to get to your questions. Again, if we hit 100, John's going to break a story on the show. But before we even do that, I wanted to let you guys know about our good friends over at Nutrafol. Someone reached out to me the other day, said, thanks for Nutrafol. Tell me about them. I said, okay, man, no problem. I love talking to you guys about Nutrafol. They are the #1 dermatologist recommended hair growth supplement brand and is trusted by over 1.5 million people. You feel great about what you're putting into your body since Nutrafol hair growth supplements are backed by peer-reviewed studies and NSF content certified. It's the gold standard in third-party certification for supplements. I'm telling you, Nutrafol is no joke. You see the results. Roxy was talking about it not too long ago. She's been using it. She sees the results. You see thicker, stronger, faster growing hair with less shedding in just 3 to 6 months with Nutrafol. For a limited time, Nutrafol is offering our listeners $10 off your first month subscription and free shipping. When you go to Nutrafol.com, you got to enter the promo code Kristian. Find out why Nutrafol is the best-selling hair growth supplement brand at Nutrafol.com. That is spelled Nutrafol.com. Use the promo code Kristian. Nutrafol.com, promo code Kristian. Yeah, that's right. Nutrafol. We are so excited that we have them, and we hope that you guys have been taking advantage of all of them. So we are now going to get into the questions. And so we now have 42. Like I mentioned, if we can get to 100, John Roca will break a scoop on the show here today. But before we even do that, speaking of John Roca, he's got some stuff going on his channel, John.
The John Roca channel, man, officially branded the John Roca channel. Really excited. We did an episode of The Truth yesterday. A lot of fun talking about the Peacemaker Fallout and Marvel's NYCCC stuff, and also my review of Tron Ares, and a little tribute to Diane Keaton, who we sadly lost over the weekend, and a big surprise for a lot of people. We got Hot Mic. Hopefully there'll be a Hot Mic episode today. If not, there'll be another episode of The Truth this afternoon. And then I've got my out of theater reaction for After the Hunt. Finally seeing that tonight. And then we've got Geek Buddy stuff. Spill the Tequila tomorrow night. So there's a lot going on. Head on over to the channel, subscribe. And we're so close to 40,000 subscribers. So we'd love it if you could subscribe and follow us there. There we go.
So curious. Do me a favor, call me after you see it too, because I want to.
Okay.
Because I could see you going either way. I could see you saying it was long in the tooth, or I could see you saying no, people didn't have the balls to review this the way that they should, because it's taking a stance. And I'm curious. I really am curious to hear what your thoughts are on. I'm going to see Black Phone 2 tomorrow. Are you?
Oh, nice. Maybe. I haven't looked at my screenings for the week.
Okay.
Let me see real quick what you're talking about.
Because the first one I'm going to do, I'm doing a reaction with Ming tomorrow.
Oh.
I got a full slate this weekend, man. Like, so for people who are wondering where that Interstellar reaction is, Sam and I didn't have a chance to record with each other last week because she was slammed. I had a crazy week. So she's coming in tomorrow to shoot, tomorrow to shoot Interstellar. So we'll have that up. The release schedule right now, as I posted on the community tab, or tomorrow we'll have Black Phone, the original up. Yeah, watch that for the first time. Wednesday will be Commando with me and Steph. Steph's never seen Commando. It's great. Thursday is actually because of the 35-year anniversary of Pretty Woman. Myself and my wife are going to watch that, so that'll be up on Thursday. And figured, with Julie's movie coming out this week, probably good timing. Friday will be Interstellar. Saturday and Sunday are our Demon Slayer weekends. Monday, Chris Carr and I are going to be watching Triple R, which she's never seen that one before.
Nice.
So that will be, and then Tuesday will be Dunkirk. So,
nice.
So that's it's a full week. It's a full week. Yeah, it's gonna be pretty crazy. Okay, so let's get to it. 45 currently, and so let's start with the first one. And the first one comes in from Sea Light. And so people are, how come you're not displaying it? The first 7 got lost. So I'm going to be reading them off. Roca, I hate to say this, but you're right about Gunn. He needs to be quiet and stop making promises that he can't deliver on. Peacemaker didn't need that type of hype. Because what did he say? It was like his favorite thing he ever worked on, right?
Yeah. He said all this stuff. He just promoted it to the sky. No, I get it. You go like, the creator's going to promote stuff, of course. Right. But the way he was promising things, you can say, well, you guys didn't understand what he was saying. You can say that till you're blue in the face.
Right.
But the fact that hundreds of thousands of people thought he was presenting something, and it was like, here's our big reveal, and the reveal, 5 to 10% of the audience got the big reveal, you kind of fell flat on your face. Because I guarantee you, maybe 5 to 10% of the audience understood what they revealed at the end and what they showed at the end there. Because I don't want to ruin it for Kristian, but what they showed, it was such a nothing burger.
I hate saying this. I really don't care if you did ruin it. I really don't care. So Go Pal. Don't know if I can make it live, but early support. Thank you, Go Pal. He also says, "Go football team, beat the Bears
tonight." Yeah,
yep, that's right. Bob Skywalker says Tiffy should have never lost Saturday. Steph is too new. I guess. So what happened? Did you watch? Because you said you've not been watching as much. So what happened?
I upped my crap because it's an extra $6. I already had the bundle, so it's an extra $6. So why not? But like, I watched it. I thought the Cena Styles match, that's what the reason to watch.
It was good, huh?
Oh yeah, it was so good, dude. They I don't know if you saw this, but sorry, you didn't see it, but like they were doing other people's finishers.
I saw it on social media. Yeah.
That was amazing. It's amazing. So but I disagree with him. Tiffy is still green, man, and Stephanie McCurr has been doing it all over the world, man. She is a better wrestler.
So she won the title.
Yeah, and Tiffy is. Well, she won. She didn't win the title, like, because they both had titles. It wasn't title versus title. But Stephanie deserved to win for sure because she's just a better wrestler than Tiff. I hate to break it to y'all.
So Tiffany still has the title then.
Yeah, I think y'all just get caught up in how hot she is, and you don't really look at her wrestling abilities. Some of y'all.
All right, let's see. Next one after that. We've got Nathan Drake regarding the 2 new Oceans movie and Heat 2. What audience do they hope will show up to those movies in a theater? Heat 2 budget is reportedly $170 million. Yep. What they're hoping for in that case for Heat 2 is if they land Leonardo DiCaprio.
Right.
That's your shot. That's your shot to get people in. Especially if you're going to have Alan, like, the older scenes and, like, he's reflecting in the way that, like, Indiana Jones did in the Indiana Jones Chronicles, whatever you're going to do with that. And then you get a really solid cast around it. And you kind of almost do what One Battle is doing with, like, giving it a shot for, like, Oscar type stuff. That's your shot with that. As far as what was the other one? Oh, Oceans. Who's doing Oceans? Is it Warner Brothers?
Yeah. Clooney said that they got greenlit to do that. Oceans, and there's 2 competing Oceans movies. Apparently, there's an Oceans 14, and then news broke on Friday that there's going to be that Margot Robbie Oceans prequel movie is greenlit and is happening, but they're replacing Ryan Gosling with Bradley Cooper.
Yeah. I mean, the answer is that they, I think that's when you kind of look at it and say, all right, we take our shot and see how much money we can make in the theater, but we really make this going for those streaming dollars or streaming numbers rather. Because we're not in 2005 anymore.
You got to keep the budget down on Oceans.
How do you do that with that cast? How do you do that?
If you want to come back, this is all we can give you.
I agree with you.
You want to come have fun for a couple weeks on a film? Great, come on, hang out. I think that's what it's got to be, and they all got to understand the realities of the business. I mean, you're not going to do what they did to Apple. Clooney and Pitt are not going to do what they did to Apple and put them over the barrel for $45 million or whatever it was. The other side of it, I think what you said about Heat, I understand the questions. But if you make Heat 2 like The Godfather Part 2, where you have the present day Chris, who is reflecting back on what happened after the end of Heat, which is what Heat 2 picks up goes back and forth in time. Right. And then you put Adam Driver and you put Austin Butler in there, then you've got yourself a much more modern approach to this story. And you're appealing to fans, especially male fans, who want to come see some badass film.
But they just don't bring in a lot of box office, those two.
Austin and Driver. Yeah. But if you combine it with Leo,
I know. If you combine it with Leo, it's a great cast.
People talk about Leo like One Battle After Another. That's completely different than the film.
I know.
Too, so yeah,
totally. Okay, so now we're caught up. With Ralph. So what the F was up with that Freakier Friday watch? Hey, listen.
What happened?
So it's a movie that did well in the theater. My wife had never seen it before, so I gave it a shot and said, "Oh, you know what? It just got released, and maybe people will watch it." I can definitely tell you, boy, was I wrong. Nobody watched it. my wife was like, "Why are we watching this?" And I said, "Because you haven't seen it." She's like, "Is anyone going to watch it?" I said, "I don't think so."
Yeah.
And I was right. That nobody watched it. I think that it's one of our lower. But my wife and I had a very nice time watching it together. Let me see. Right now, currently, I don't even think it just barely hit 3,000 views, 5,000 views less than usual. It bombed. It bombed. The movie did not bomb, but ours did. We take shots here. We take shots and try to do some new things. Like I said, we're gonna do the Pretty Woman thing. My wife is adamant right now. She's like, "Give me something that people are gonna watch." We're probably gonna do Stranger Things together.
Oh, nice.
She loves Stranger Things, so we're probably gonna do Stranger Things. But yeah, anyway. Doug Developer. Hey guys, are there any movies that made you really want to visit the city it was shot in? Love actually made me want to visit London during Christmas. It's a great question. Trying to think in general.
I think Chef made me want to visit New Orleans. I've never been to New Orleans.
So you've never been in Florida State? You never went to New Orleans?
Oh man, I never
wow.
Went. Yeah,
I went around 6 times when I lived there. It was great.
Nice. Never invited me once.
I didn't really know you that well back then. So I'm trying to think which ones for me. I don't know. It's not fair. Are there any movies that made you really want to visit the city? No, because a lot of the ones I like when I was younger, like LA, I guess, but then I went there.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
Right. Vegas, been to Vegas. So I nothing that stands out, but that doesn't mean that there isn't. It just doesn't stand out at the moment. It's a shit answer, Doug. I'm sorry. Yeah. Mike Joyce. This would only happen if David Ellison buys WB. Well, yeah. Right. The same person that hired Barry Weiss to run CBS News wouldn't be okay with someone like James Gunn. Well, yeah. I mean, that was the whole conversation, Mike. You know, it's like if he gets it, if he does, that's another point, Mike, where if they don't buy it, then this conversation probably isn't happening with James Gunn. However, I just think that this dude is locked in, and wants to get it. Yeah.
Agreed.
Oh, so there you go. So we ready. So is this where the inception came in here? I like this. Is this where you came up with this? Dennis Hoffman, huge Roca fan over here. Hey. If John hits 100 questions, he drops a scoop. Did you even see that?
No.
Oh, all right. Well, there you go.
Wow. Dennis, you and I on the same page.
Same page. Well, there you go. So we got right now 50 more, and John drops a scoop.
Come on now.
So we can do it. Let's do it. I want to give an update, by the way, for the show. We have a very big phone call tonight. That is going to be kind of crucial into the next stage. My goal is that I get off of this call and have an idea of what the number is for the Kickstarter, to where then I can I don't know when I'll be able to announce the director and team that's going to be involved in it, but we'll be pretty exciting. I'll let you guys know real soon.
I'm happy Martin Scorsese is finally going back to do television.
Yeah, I didn't want you to. That was your scoop. You just let the scoop go.
Oh, wow, 50 questions early. Sorry.
That was it. The little Yankee just missed seeing you at New York Comic Con because I met Coy and he said you just left. Have a great. And said, well, yeah, I just left Coy because I went. Coy had a couple of panels. I met him. Then I was walking around, met him again. Then we walked over. He had somewhere else to go. I went and hung out at I guess it was the Valnet suite because it was Screen Rant.
Oh yeah, and CBR,
Collider. And Collider. Yeah. So I hung out with Perry for a little bit, and Gray. It was great to see them. Talked to them for a bit, and then they had some interviews going on. They invited me to stay and hang out, and I was like, I'm going home. I had a hot dog and left. That was it. It was like I was in the mood for a hot dog. I had a hot dog and I just took off, but it was nice. I was walking around in the city. It was beautiful weather, and that was it. So sorry I missed you as well. Okay. 50. RC. Do you think Paul Heyman would be better at running WWE than Triple H? No, I don't. And I say that lovingly because I don't know if I've talked about this when I worked for WWE. Paul Heyman was like very kind to me and took me under his wing and was trying to where other people were being dicks. Bruce Pritchard, he was being very like he was nice. He was trying to help me. he likes to be in his pocket of things. I don't think he would want that responsibility to do it.
Even him trying to do commentary wasn't necessarily
right
the best. Not that he couldn't do it.
Of course
just wasn't
could.
necessarily where he's. But I agree with you, and I think I agree with everything Kristian said. But I would like to add, I also think if you're going to put someone in charge right now, it's got to be someone who's a little younger, with younger blood, and understands how to appeal to the younger generation, how to make it work, social media works. Not that Triple H doesn't have people on his staff, because clearly there is good social media going on, but I think there's some real mistakes happening now because I don't think he's reading the room correctly. So I think there's where you need to find somebody who's bold and innovative in reading the room for WWE. Because
it was like some of the lowest ratings in SmackDown history, right?
Yeah. If you're turning off me and Kristian, and by the way, our friend Aaron Turner texted me over the weekend and said, I haven't watched the WWE thing in weeks.
Wow.
Like, we're on a break right now.
Wow.
Like, if you're losing the hardcore.
If you lose Aaron Turner, you got problems.
Yeah, you got problems.
Yeah. Ralph.
Hey-o.
My 2 cents on last week's combo. Raging Bull is a better film than Rocky in every aspect of filmmaking, acting, directing, cinematography, writing. And I told you, I'm not going to argue with you on that. You asked me what I enjoy watching more. And that's Rocky.
Yeah.
All day long.
That's totally fair.
Love Raging Bull. But yeah, that's it. All right. Let's see. So again, we are currently at 73. Currently at 53. 53.
Hey.
Trying to get to that 100. If we get to that 100, John, we'll break a scoop.
Let me win again. I'd like to win again.
That's right. You won last week, didn't you?
That's right. Yeah.
Okay. That's right. PLD on the text change, because I was trying to go through the numbers when I was at Comic-Con asking who was winning, and I said because Luke sent me that you guys won.
Yeah.
And I said, are we sure that they beat Mike and Steph? And sorry, Mike and Roxy.
All right.
And so Luke said, let me go and check. PLD's next text was, can I donate anything now to help them win? It was good. It was good. Johnny Patrizia, thoughts on Crown Jewel Perth? I loved it. What was this weekend?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was this weekend. Yeah. I thought it was good. For matches that don't mean anything in the long run, they were fine. It was a fine show. And I love Shinsuke coming back to the old school anthem. That was great. So yeah, it was fine for a show.
Yeah. I mean, again, I'm so far removed. Like the things, right? I'm so like locked into watching all of the Oscar stuff. And even if it's stuff that's not even gonna be nominated, like stuff that they're pushing out there. Like I just watched the Scarlett Johansson one that she directed.
Oh, Eleanor the Great.
Did you watch it?
I haven't watched it. No, I've got a list of things to watch that I'm watching this week. Yeah.
Is there any buzz on that one?
For June Squibb,
yeah,
maybe, but
she's great.
I don't know that it's hitting. I mean, hitting the the right tone, so to speak.
So I watched that, and then what was the other one? There's another one. Oh, the Steve Coogan one. I just started at the Penguin one.
Okay.
But they put some other stuff on there this week, and then I'm going to double check and watch. But I'm trying to watch everything this year because it did. It's like I said, we talked about it very clear about how I think that it is a travesty when the Oscar, they even made this rule now that Oscar voters aren't even watching things.
Yeah.
And yet they're voting on them. And I didn't get a chance to watch everything, but I watched everything that was being like kind of nominated and stuff, but I didn't get a chance to watch everything. And people are like, well, you didn't watch everything. I was like, you're right. So I'm trying to watch everything now. I don't know if I will review everything, but I'll certainly watch as much as I can, especially the stuff. My goal is to try to watch everything leading with the buzz so I can nominate correctly, can do all that stuff. So that's the goal. Ralph! Can we watch Departed on the channel? Maybe with Sarah or his stunt double. It's my favorite Scorsese film. I just don't know who hasn't seen that. The only person that I would guess hasn't seen it is Winston. If Winston hasn't seen it, then I'll watch it with him. But
that would make sense.
Yeah,
Winston probably hasn't seen it.
I don't think he has, but we're in Demon Slayer land right now for like a while. He and I. Right. So so we're not going to be out there for quite a while.
I'm looking at things. East of Wall, Eleanor the Great, Ojai.
I watched Ojai over the week. Did you see that one?
I haven't seen that. I'm telling you, I've got a list of these that I'm going to be watching over the next week.
It was good for the first 40 minutes.
I like her from the Bear.
I love her in the Bear, and I like Logan Lerman. It goes so south and it takes a swing, which I respect, but it goes in such a direction that I'm like, it doesn't. And nobody seems real after this one thing happens.
Oh, okay.
Like this one, if you see the movie, you'll know immediately, and you go, "Oh, that's a choice," and then it just turns into this whole other movie, and I'm like, and it lost me. I was into it, and then it lost me. Then I said, "What was the other one you're looking at the list right now?"
Yeah, On Swift Horses.
That's the one. I watched that. I did not like that movie at all.
Okay,
at all. It was pitched as one thing, turns into something completely different. The characters are morons. They're such morons, every one of them. And it was a bummer because I like seeing Sasha Kaye, but everyone's a moron in that movie.
Oh, this is so the Don't Let's Go to the Dogs. I guess this is Annabeth David's directorial debut.
I didn't see that.
Cool. Yeah. All right. Yeah. I've got some things to watch.
I watched a lot. Go through the top there.
Oh, okay.
All the way from the top.
The Bad Guys 2.
That one I got to watch with the little one. Dogman we watched yesterday. Loved it.
Yeah, really Battle of Wallace Island we talked about last week.
I really like that.
East of Wall. Have you seen East of Wall?
No, that's one that's coming up.
A lot of people say that's good. I've seen the movie.
All right, I'll check that one out.
Lily, which I don't know what Lily is.
I started it, bailed on it after about an hour of it. It's very low budget, which is cool, but it just doesn't. But it's noticeably low budget. You know what I mean?
It's from Untouchable.
Yeah, I didn't love it.
Jane Austen Wrecked My Life. That's not a Kristian Harloff film.
I saw the trailer for it and it's like, if my wife says I don't want to watch that, then there you go. But I don't know if that's one that I don't think, like I said, I'm going to try to watch everything that I can, but I'm going to really lean on the ones that I think are getting Oscar buzz. I don't think that's one of them.
Hello, Beautiful. I don't even know what that is.
Thank you.
How to Train Your Dragon. The Jurassic World movie. Got it. Penguin Lessons is the one you're talking about with
Steve Coogan
and Sinners.
So I've seen a fair amount.
Yeah.
RC. I like Superman, but it was a bit too goofy and silly. I agree with that at times.
Mm-hmm.
And that's because Gunn needs to be checked and shouldn't be allowed to do whatever he wants. I mean, John definitely agrees with that.
I kind of feel like, and I said this on the show yesterday on my show, The Truth There. I said, like, the reason we didn't see these Gunnisms in Marvel is because Kevin Feige went through the stuff and said, cut that shit. No, we're not going to do that. You're not going to have Tim Meadows getting mouth fucked by an imp through his space helmet. You're not putting that on Marvel.
Right.
And those are the things that I think were good moves by Feige to corral Gunn in this way. And I imagine those are the moments that Gunn has used as kind of like the anger towards Feige. And that's why he's getting to let his freak flag fly here, because no one's there to tell him no. Safran's not going to tell him no. Zaslav's not going to tell him no.
Right.
So he's doing what he wants to do. But I do think he undercuts his stuff by sliding into that 14-year-old sophomoric Beavis and Butthead type of humor, man.
Yeah,
really
too much.
It's
too much. Adi Remen. Happy Canadian Thanksgiving. Yeah, to you as well. Able to watch live since I have a day off. Amazing. Nice. Thank you. Also loving the Demon Slayer reactions. What's your favorite thing about it so far? Well, the animation is incredible. It's incredible. I like the lore. I like how detailed the lore is. I mean, the lead character is he's just he's just like a good guy. He's a good guy trying to do the right thing. And then the goofy characters that he's meeting, and like each demon is different. The emotional pain that each demon kind of has. Have you watched any of this, John?
No, I've never seen Demon Slayer.
It's good. Yeah, I like it a lot.
That, yeah.
Ralph. Abby and DeLuca greenlit my 3 favorite fears of the films of the year. One Battle, right? Another win that we didn't talk about.
Yeah.
Sinners, Weapons. James Gunn made my most 2 disappointed. Goofy, Superman, and Peacemaker 2. What can you say? You know, that's winning. That's the thing.
Remember when people attacked me for having issues about Gunn?
Well, you know, like I said, it's a matter of when you do it early, you gotta have the taped up fist with the glass on it. Yeah. But look, he can prove everybody wrong with his next couple of wins. That's why I say it's still early. You gotta give him a chance still before you pull the plug on it.
It's true.
Connor Preslumsky, man, that Peacemaker finale was a travesty. This is what happened when James Gunn has zero oversight to rein him in. I'm worried about the DCU going forward. Keep Gunn away from Batman at all costs. Is it really that bad? The finale?
You'll see.
All right. I don't know if I will. I really don't know if I will.
What does that say? What does that say if you can't get excited to watch?
I love Peacemaker season.
And you love Cena.
I love Peacemaker season 1. I loved it. And I liked the first 3 episodes. I just have had all those movies that you just mentioned where you're going over the Critics' Choice Award stuff. Those are my priority over that. I would much rather watch those movies right now than that. It doesn't seem like anything I'm really that interested in right now. And I have the screeners for Welcome to Derry, which I'm probably going to start watching soon. Mark Long, hi. Have a good Monday. Thank you, Mark. Currently at 58, John.
Nice.
Just a little over 40 before we can potentially get a scoop. Come on. Nathan Drake, Baroka, didn't you love the Nelson cameo? What is that?
No. Oh,
what
Nelson?
God, no. Judd Nelson?
Nelson is Nelson from the 80s. They do a cameo in the finale.
The band?
Yes, the band.
This is in the 90s?
They didn't even play any of the big hits that they had. So, but like, no, because I thought that was Gunn pandering to that certain aged audience. Hey, Nelson, remember Nelson? If the finale had been good, that Nelson thing would have hit way better.
So it was more of a bit.
Yeah, it was more of a bit to try to pander to that audience that would remember Nelson,
It's interesting. A lot of great thoughts here today by everybody. John Darius, hope you two are having a good weekend. Regarding Gunn, I believe the studio that gets WB will reboot it again, so long as Batman, Wonder Woman are not cast yet. If they are, it may create an uproar and push away audiences. Thoughts? Agreed. I just think that there would be something almost like heartbreaking about it, but I can see it happening where they go, well, you can't reboot Superman again, and people like Corn Sweat. Keep them without Gunn. That's, to me, I think that's a better play than doing it all over again. It's gonna hurt too much. The audience is going, oh, I don't care anymore. Another Superman, this one does what? And then you still look. I'll tell you right now, though.
Yeah,
who's going? And that's Matt Reeves.
Yes,
Matt Reeves right now is going. I'll be making my third one whenever I want to.
Yeah,
he played the long game.
Yes, sometimes you have to.
Yep,
you have to be the smarter person in the room, and I'm not always the person who plays the long game. So I understand what it's like to play the short game, because short game sometimes you get short satisfaction, but not long satisfaction, and that sucks in the end. And so when you're seeing the situation with Matt Reeves, I agree with you 100%. He's just sitting back watching this whole thing happen and not getting involved. And I wonder if maybe Matt McGloin has some validity to what he's saying about Gunn doing what he wants to do. Because remember, he's rushing to get to that Wonder Woman. He's rushing to get to these other things. So will he be able to put his universe in motion as a way of saying, you can't fire me, my universe is in motion?
It's good. It's a great point. It's a really good point. You know what I saw in the comment section? Someone said, well, wait a minute, it's only the first trailer for Wonder Man. They didn't even show he gets powers yet. He has powers? How do you not show that in the trailer? As someone that doesn't know that he has powers, and you don't show that in the trailer? Like, what if you only have one? Not only what if, you only have one shot in your first trailer to get people interested, unless the people who are already going to watch it.
Yeah.
Right. Because then they're okay. If I was like, all right, what's this new Marvel thing? And then I didn't even know that guy has powers.
Yeah, he does. Yeah. Well, I mean, Wonder Man. I don't know.
What does that mean? I mean, that's not what they showed in that trailer.
Yeah.
In no shape or form did they show at all that guy gets powers. How does he get powers? What are his powers?
Maybe.
Like that was now that trailer is dumb. How do you not show that? You got to show a little bit of it to show you. Oh yeah, he actually does get powers.
Right.
Oh, that's dumb. That makes it I'm even less interested now. Eric Slaby, have you guys seen House of Guinness? It's solid. I've heard good things about it.
Yeah, I got to watch this series. I have not watched the series. Damn it.
Yeah, I'm hoping Roxy covers that soon.
Cool.
She usually on Tuesday she covers it. So Orca 447. With big hits like Wicked, Zootopia, and Avatar still coming, I think 2025 could be the first year in a long time that no comic book film makes it to the top 10 box office of the year. Wow. That's crazy. That's crazy. When you look at the movies that are out there, what are you looking at the top 10 right now?
Let me see box office.
I mean, you're going to have How to Train Your Dragon, Minecraft.
Minecraft's number one. Well, domestically, Minecraft's number one. Lilo and Stitch, Superman, Jurassic World, Sinners, Fantastic Four, How to Train Your Dragon, Brave New World, Mission Impossible, then Thunderbolt. So I I think there will be.
Superman will be in there.
Yeah.
Superman will be in there. But it might be bumped towards the end. I think a few of the Brave New World's in there. That'll get knocked out, especially with Avatar, Zootopia, and Wicked. Those three movies right there. Well, Avatar's going to take the number 1 spot. It's going to dethrone Minecraft. Zootopia's got a shot to do it too. I just watched. So what we were gonna do, and I just kind of opted against it. Right. Because Sam came in to shoot something on Friday, but I was going into the city. I didn't have 3 hours. She didn't have 3 hours to do Interstellar. So we did the first Zootopia. She had never seen it.
Right.
I was gonna release that reaction this week, but I was like, you know what? I'm gonna hold it and wait until we get closer to the release of 2.
Yeah.
I can say this. It's one of the best reactions ever. Sam, it's the reaction you want to see someone have to Zootopia.
That's such a great movie.
It's so great. It's so great. And I loved rewatching it again too. So, and then and Wicked's going to do very, very well.
Right.
Yeah. So those movies, those could play in the top 5. All 3 of those.
Oh yeah. Totally.
Bulldog 31087 67 right now, getting close to that 100. Getting close. Honestly, if this does happen and they scrap everything again, I'll quit the movies and go back to rewatching the animated movies. Nobody yet has cracked the movie DC code, in my opinion. I couldn't blame somebody, though. I don't necessarily know how much I believe people when they say that, but I couldn't blame you for taking that stance.
Yeah.
And I think that they have cracked the code. And I would have loved to have seen a Christopher Nolan DCU. In the vein of what they did in The Dark Knight. That would have been great. And being able to try to, I know it's weird because you couldn't blend over Superman and Wonder Woman. What if they found a way that you could?
Yeah.
I would have liked to have seen that, but I don't know where they're going to go. I don't know.
Can you bring up PLD's comment?
Where? Well, I'm going through the old ones right now.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, maybe we're not. Or right. All right.
Fine. What time did he put it in?
10:35 a.m. I don't know.
10:35?
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh wait, your turn. Your time.
Yes. Sorry.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
So 1:35. So I'll once we get there, I'll bring it up. Okay. Miguel Zant. Do y'all think that Sean Penn or Benicio del Toro and Tanya Taylor should and will get an Oscar nom? I don't think Leo should. Thanks, y'all. So here's the thing. I haven't really talked about this. Let me see. Let me see. I didn't think Tiana. I thought Tiana Taylor was the weakest out of all the performances.
I don't think she's gonna get nominated.
Yeah, I think Chase Infinity to me will get nominated. I think that Leo will get nominated.
Yeah,
and I think he was great. I disagree with you on that. I think he should.
Yeah, I agree.
I think because they're battling against each other, Sean Penn will push Benicio out.
Yes.
Which I understand, as much as it pains me because I love him so much in the movie. But yeah, I don't think Tanya Taylor was that good in the movie. I don't think she was bad. I shouldn't say that. I think out of everyone else, she was the weakest. And here's the thing. I still have not made this decision yet. John has seen it 4 or 5 times in the theater.
Yeah.
So he can probably say this better than me. I don't know yet. I've got to watch it again. If it is because you're not supposed to like her character. I mean, her character is extremely unlikable. So I don't know if it's because she did the job so well that I disliked her, or it was because she was a little too over the top. I don't know yet. I got to watch it again.
I have to say, I didn't find her unlikable. I just think what I think people miss about the movie is that PTA is commenting on the fucked up people that are on both sides of this political debate. She's an example of that. You think she's a revolutionary, but she's actually working out her own sexual stuff and her own
horrible person, dude. She's
having sex with both sides in essence. And
I know, but she's married. She leaves her kid behind. I did not like the character.
She's clearly a lost person.
Yes,
and so I'm saying, like, there's a commentary going on. So when people think it's a left-leaning film, I go, you're insane. He's making fun of all sides, and showing you how messed up people are on both sides.
Alex, Netflix buying Warner Brothers would be a disaster. There'd be no Warner Brothers title that would come out in theaters again. That's a great point, by the way.
It wouldn't do that.
You don't think so?
No.
And they'd cancel every HBO show after season 2. The second part is hilarious. Wouldn't that go against their their mantra?
Because I think they want to have a movie studio without building a movie studio. And so WB is the way to do that. It's like you get a movie studio with WB, so you don't have to build out a Netflix movie studio. And it's like adopting a child in essence, instead of having one. And so they would be able to put out their stuff through that arm, and they would develop stuff on that end, and what have you. So
Dingus McNally, after hearing the mixed reactions, do you think you won't finish season 2 of Peacemaker, Kristian? Also, last night episode of Task was so good and sad. Oh, don't say anything else about Task.
That episode finally happened. Okay.
Don't say anything else about Task.
Yeah.
We did not watch it last night because we just, by the time the whole day, there's like the weather here is kind of crazy right now, so we decided to we were playing games with the kids and hanging out all day, and then my little one went to bed a little late, and then my wife was doing stuff around the house. I'm like, stop doing stuff around the house, let's watch something. By the time we did, it was too late. We finished an episode of Black Rabbit that we were watching, which I still like. I think Roxy called it like a soap opera, and she was so right. I enjoy watching it. It's not as good as Task, but it's good. But we didn't invest in Task yet, so we're probably gonna watch that tonight. But as far as the Peacemaker thing goes, I don't want to say no. It's not like Skeleton Crew, right? Skeleton Crew, I just wasn't interested. I'm never gonna watch that show. But for Peacemaker, I still want to see how it ends, but I'll probably go in real low expectations now.
Yeah, so it might not be as bad.
Right. If I'm expecting a fart and I get a fart, I'm like, well, I can't say, oh, why'd you fart? Because you told me you're going to fart.
Right.
Right. Alex, don't forget it. If Ellison buys WB Discovery, he then owns CBS and CNN. It's true. And he wants to buy TikTok too. I think that's another reason why. That we go into the political side. That's why it's going to happen.
Yeah.
I think it's a political play, like we were talking about before.
That's why other people are like, well, why would he buy it before they separate it out? He wants to buy it so he can control narratives that are being put out there politically. Yeah.
And a lot of people are going to get canned. Eric Slaby, if it does happen between those studios, I just imagine the Gladiator, Are You Not Entertained, posted after they release movies. Yeah.
That's great.
73, John, not too far, just around less than 30 to get a scoop here from the Outlaw. Carlton Rudder, London Calling. Thank you, Carlton. I've been watching a load of short films this month. Do you like short films? Disney Plus is a go-to streamer if you do. It's not that I don't. I just don't watch them that much.
Yeah. What Kristian said, 100%.
Battery. What's far left about Disney? Oh my God. Do you have another 2 hours? Then they lean left, I guess.
Well, I mean, you just had the Pixar show with a trans storyline. Like they had it. They removed it because they were worried about people getting upset, but they still shot it, wrote it out, and had it. So like they do lean left, or they do, and occasionally far left. I don't think they lean far left in everything they do, but I think you could argue they do lean far left at times for certain things.
If you were going to categorize them, you would categorize them as far left, or not everything. I agree, not everything, but a lot. Alex, depends on what you mean by far left. Disney, after all, is a corporation with corporate values that will not always align with the values of love. Well, that's not untrue. But a lot of the stuff, like when it comes to like casting, or comes to a lot, like Jean was saying, the stuff that's being told, messaging, and all that, they tend to do that more.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see again. So at 75, 25 to go.
Come on.
25 to go, and we get a scoop here from John. Can we do it? And we've got 20 minutes to spare. It's about a question a minute. Okay. Dingus McNally. Kristian, I asked Roka this yesterday. If the Oscars are tomorrow, who are you giving the best lead actor and actress awards to? Oh my goodness. Okay, so best lead actor right now, after what I've seen. I'm trying to think of what are the ones that I've seen. And right now I'd probably go Leo, but there's probably something you could bring up that I go, oh yeah, maybe him instead. But Leo right now. Best actress. Come on, John.
I haven't seen a lot of the movies that a lot of these actors or a lot of these websites are saying that these actresses are going to be nominated from, right? Yeah. So
I don't think she'll win, but I say Julia Roberts right now. I'm telling you.
I don't even know if she's
really good.
Nominated. I'll be honest with you. I don't know.
She might not. She might not, but I think she should. I think the buzz right now for the movie is.
I think the shock is going to be Dwayne not being nominated. I think that film crashing and burning the way it is.
I had a conversation about that at Comic-Con. Actually, we were talking about that and The Rock, and the conversation was that The Rock still has a shot, but she doesn't. And I said, I don't know. I still think that she got a shot.
Julie,
yeah, she carries the movie.
Yeah, I don't think The Rock has a shot. I really don't.
We'll
see.
Ralph. Tron Ares is easily top 3 Tron films. Well said. I don't know if they'll ever make a 4th one though.
Oh man, maybe in 15, 20 years, maybe.
Yeah. 23 to go. 23 to go. 77 right now. Seattle KO. I love Seattle KO's picture.
Yeah.
It's you know who do you know who that is? Those two fighters?
Isn't that Muhammad Ali? No.
And Shogun and Rampage.
Oh, Rampage Jackson going down.
Yeah, that's a great fight though. Well, that's in Pride. Late to the one battle after another party. Caught a matinee showing yesterday. I totally get it. That movie rocks. Movie of the year for me as well. Keep up the good work, gents. That's gonna be one it's gonna be a lot of fun to watch on a rewatch once it comes out.
I think he's gonna sweep.
He's gonna sweep? Oh, I don't know. I don't know yet. So we gotta see what else is coming out. You know? Alex von Gollum. Cool name. Hey, Kristian and Roke, do you think Kathleen Kennedy will be out by January 1st? She's a Hall of Fame producer, but Lucasfilm needs to change. If I could give myself $1 for every time I've had this conversation, I would have $25. And that's still a lot of conversations about it. She is. I'm telling you, she's got photos of Bob Iger somewhere in her because no, I don't think she's going to be out. Do I think she should be out? Yeah, I do. Not for any other. I agree with you as far as Hall of Fame producer. The whole we've talked about this forever, and John and I were talking about before. The whole team, the head team, needs to be gutted. The coaching staff. It's like Aaron Boone right now. They're talking about Aaron Boone. See you later.
Oh, please, I wish.
See, it's like you know, you can only if you don't win championships. And she's not even playing for a championship. She had a freaking movie come out since 2019. Yeah. So I think the answer should be yes, but I don't think she'll be gone. No.
I mean, yeah, Jeff said that he thinks she's going to be out in January. I don't know. I can no longer play this guessing game with her because you just never know. And who the fuck is like clamoring to be in charge of it and deal with the angry fans and the toxicity? Like, who is scrambling? Even Filoni is already getting like, shots taken at him. And so I just don't know that you necessarily want this. So
if for right now, it's over, dude, then they are so tone deaf.
Yes.
Like if they give him the keys, then that franchise is toast.
It might as well just be called the CW Star Wars if he takes over.
100%
young adult stuff.
100%. If they give that to him, then you can start throwing the flowers on the coffin. Alexander Wilson and/or ruin Star Wars. Oh, I know exactly where you're going. Okay. It was so good that people couldn't really talk negatively about it, and its quality also made the Star Wars property look amateur. I mean, I don't think it ruined it. I think it didn't help it because it's like you have, but that's that goes back to what we were just talking about. And John said it before very well. Good leadership says, "Whoa, this is our brand. Let's start going more Games of Thrones with this. We've gone the kid route with this for a while. Serious is working.
Yeah,
taking ourselves serious worked here. Trying to be part of the conversation is like if you could do it with dragons and Khaleesi and all that stuff and get consistent notoriety and Emmys, let's go that route. But they didn't. They're going and they're doing other. They didn't even greenlit another show. But I shouldn't say they didn't yet. We don't know yet where they're going to go with it because Simon Kinberg did say he wants to go more that route. Everybody is pitching more Andor stuff, so maybe they're going to do that. But Ahsoka season 2 ain't going to be it. I'll tell you that.
Right.
Yeah. What do you think, John?
Yeah, no, I think absolutely, but that's kind of what you see the potential of Star Wars being is Andor. Remember, everything was compared to Empire Strikes Back when came out. And you look at Mandalorian, the season 1, you look at Andor, and you look at Rogue One. Those are the things that really stand out. I'm not in the prequel trilogy camp like so many of you. I'm not, and there's so many holes and issues with all 3 of those films. I can't put that there. but we've seen the potential of Star Wars in those projects, Rogue One, Andor, whatever. And there is a calling for that, but you can do the other stuff. It's just that somehow you're not finding the right mix of people doing the more 4-quadrant type Star Wars and the people doing the more serious type Star Wars. So, but there's clearly a taste for it.
Cool cash. CG. GG, excuse me. Can you all talk about Daredevil Born Again season 2? I mean, talked about it a lot when it was on. I enjoyed season 2 a lot. Oh wait, no, Born Again. Sorry, Born Again season 1. Never mind. I hear what you're saying. Is there more news about it?
They released a trailer over the weekend.
Oh, they did.
Not online. It's there at the New York Comic Con.
Oh, at the Comic Con. Okay.
Yeah, and there's like 19 seconds of it that someone leaked on. But like,
okay.
They say they officially announced Kristen Ritter is coming back.
Okay.
There were allusions to the Defenders, so they'll probably come back soon.
Got it. Okay, well, that makes sense. I'm excited for it. I like season 1 a lot.
Yeah.
I am Too Fly Cam. I don't see anyone being overly positive about Star Wars anymore. Then you're not paying attention. There definitely is. I think it's undeniable that Star Wars is in the dumps, and I don't think Ahsoka will change that. Well, that part's true, but there are in the same way that we've mentioned, there are channels that were just, their whole thing is just to hate. There are channels that just cannot criticize it because, well, that's not what we do. We love everything Star Wars. That, to me, that is damaging to do that. It's enabling is what it's doing.
I think when any pundit is invested in just defending one brand or one creator and refuses to admit that there are issues with that brand or that creator or that IP or that franchise, that's a problem. They're no longer objective.
Yeah.
And that's an issue.
Kristian Unpronounceable. Have you guys seen the Vampire Lestat trailer? If so, what are your thoughts? No, did you, John?
I did. I watched it over the weekend. I had no idea this even existed.
Okay.
And I love those Anne Rice books. I used to read them back in the 90s. And I was like, wait, is this happening? Because I know there's been a last Interview with the Vampire series, but I didn't know they spun off into a Lestat series. So I might actually give that thing a try. I might reach out to AMC Plus and see if they'll send me some screeners.
Dingus McNally. After disappointing box office and reviews, do you think this is the end of the Tron franchise, or will we see another movie in 15 years with AI bridges? I don't know if it's the end, because it depends on who gets a hold of it. I still think there's a world there will exist. I think that story-wise, I think they dropped the ball and should have went with what Kaczynski set up. They should have went that way with the story. They should have tried to get Garrett Hedlund back. They should have tried to get Olivia back. And they could have still had Ares in it. Do I think there'll be another one? You just don't know. It's an IP that still maybe has some juice left in it. I don't know.
Yeah, no, I mean, if you did anything, it would have to be a TV series, or maybe, you could do a Tron anime series that I think would be really interesting on Disney Plus. That could be possible, but I think they want to let this one, and who knows, it's only been one weekend. We don't know if people will like kind of go back over and over again, and it has some legs. So we'll have to see. Just because it had a disappointing opening weekend doesn't mean that it's going to necessarily crash and burn. So we'll see. Because I think I see a lot of people pushing back online. I see a lot of people saying, I don't know what the critics are talking about. That was a fun movie. The scores coming out of the audience scores are pretty high coming out of that movie. So maybe they'll keep going back.
Ralph, Chase Infinity said Leo gave her the same advice he gave Timothée Chalamet. No hard drugs, no comic book movies. I mean, if you always have Scorsese, I guess. I mean, yeah, it's easier for him to say that because like he's had the opportunities that not a lot of other people get. So I have heard him. No hard drugs. Agreed.
Of course.
Agreed. No comic book movies though. I mean, come on. I mean, that you're going to tell Christian Bale that when Nolan comes to him?
Right.
You know what I mean? You're going to, I mean, so I don't think I understand what he's saying. I understand it's more of a sellout type thing and more like, but Leo has the ability to say those things. If Chase Infinity gets an opportunity to do a Marvel or DC movie that's, that has an opportunity to work with somebody big, she should take it.
Joaquin Phoenix.
Right.
And Heath Ledger
won Oscars.
Right.
In the same role. Yeah.
They have the same amount of Oscars as Leo does. So yeah.
No Aliens season 2. Alien Earth confirmed at New York Comic Con. Thank God. It's another one I just never finished. Did you finish that one?
I did. Of course, I loved Alien Earth. It was amazing. We covered it on the Geek Buddies.
No. So what do you think about no season 2?
I don't like that it wasn't confirmed for sure, but I hope it will come back. Yeah, I am too fly cams so wrong on this. Yeah.
Renetta W. You're right. Tron, Humans Who? Leto, good. That movie was serving straight visuals. So visual fire. It was. Bring on Predator Badlands. If it keeps that primal energy I'm in. That's another one. I watched one trailer for it. Haven't watched any other ones. I'm going to see it, obviously. But I'm not pumped for it yet. I hope, because I didn't realize it. Someone said, I'm glad that Kristian liked Roofman because he kind of dismissed it in the fall movie preview. I have always said that. Look, I don't hold hard to stances of like, if I think if I'm not interested, well, I'm never going to be interested. If the movie's good, I'm going to tell you it's good. If same thing, look, as I mentioned Filoni a million times over.
Yeah.
I hope that I come back and I go, man, did he learn from those mistakes? And Ahsoka season 2 was great. I don't want to just sit there and go, same old bad writing, same stuff. I feel like that's what I'm going to say, but I hope I'm wrong.
Yeah.
Comic movie guy. If people believe Cosmic Book News article on Gunn, you might also find my asshole. It isn't. It says Gunn isn't going anywhere. It's good. That's good. Like I said, whether or not the confirmation of him going to be gone is true or not is one thing. The situation that is presented, that Warner Brothers could be bought and the powers that be are having these conversations, is a story that should be had.
It's worth discussing.
Yes, 100%. CJ, thoughts on Liverpool this season, Roka?
Well, it's been a tough last 3 games. We lost all 3 games, but listen, these people are going crazy. You have to assimilate these players into the system. It takes a little bit of time. We spent a lot of money, but the season isn't over and we're only 1 point off the top. So yes, it's a little troubling, but we've got a long way to go.
All right. Next one. And that is Matt Sinister McCall watching Kristian later on Spotify. Thank you very much. Having a task marathon. There you go. Pelfrey is the best. He really is. Also, Christopher Columbus sucks. Harlow's birthday should be a holiday. No, my mom should be the one that celebrated. I always say that. Okay, Renetta W. Do you think Zootopia is hitting that billion mark or not? I was sure before, not so much now. They'll nail it with Avatar. The last trailer was insane. I'm just going to repeat myself, Renetta, like I always say. Never count out the kids. Never count them out. There's not enough for kids to see. So when you get a really good one, if you can take the families out to see it, plus it's just a really good movie. People love watching them. It's got a shot. The fact that it's in November is interesting, but we'll see. What do you think, John? You think it's going to?
I think it has a shot, but I don't know. I really don't know the power of Zootopia. I thought the second, what's the horror movie with the Megan? I thought that Megan film was going to do way better.
Than it. Yeah.
And so, you just never know with these things.
Nathan Drake, Home Alone 2 made me want to visit New York. That's a good one. 91, John. 91. Cool. We are 9 away from a scoop. Nathan Drake. Did Insomnia do okay numbers? No, didn't. I knew
as you predicted. As you predicted.
Yeah. I know what's going to do well and what's not going to do. Right. There are some times that I'm like, I take a shot, but I knew Insomnia wasn't going to do. But that one I did for the audience. I did that one for the audience, and I did it for the completion of a lot of the Nolan films. I'm still battling whether or not I'm going to do Tenet. I'm still battling whether or not I'm going to do Oppenheimer, but I probably will. Dennis Hoffman, Kristian, heard anything on Masters of the Universe? Showed my 5-year son the 2000 series. He digs it. In Night We Trust. I'm hoping it's going to be. If the leaked image of Skeletor, I hated that. I don't know if it was real or not, though. I saw a leaked image. It looked so stupid. He-Man looked good, but it looked so stupid. So I don't know yet, Dennis. I'm cautiously optimistic. Brandon Summers, afternoon, fellas. What's up, Brandon? I'm late to the stream, so not sure if it's been covered, but with rumblings of Majors coming back as Kang, if true, what are your thoughts on Kang coming back and how he fits? So we did talk about it on Friday. I called in when I was walking to the thing, and my thought on it is, I think enough time has passed from what happened. The movie is not based on him. I think if they were doing a full movie on Kang, it would still be tough. I don't think there would be an outcry if you had him and showed how powerful Doom is, to show that he could even kind of push, Kang to the side. And I think it would help explain things a little more. So I actually think they should make it happen. And I think the fact that Majors is being coy about it, I think it will happen.
Yes, we talked about this last week on Geek Buddy. I think he is. I think he's coming back because, hey, listen, he did his time. What kind of society are we if we don't convict people, let them do the time, and then welcome them back to try to be functioning members of society? The fact that you have to wear this scarlet letter of where you could argue it was a domestic issue between the two of them. God knows none of us were there. So yes, it's troubling for sure. But he went to trial. He got a judgment. He did his time. So now he should have a chance to come back and play the role. I think it's like wrestling. I think he's going to come back to put Dr. Doom over. Yep. He's going to get beat by Dr. Doom to put him over, and that's that.
You kind of have to. You kind of have to. I mean, if he bitches both Kang and Thanos, he's going to show like this guy is like the bomb. All right, let's see. Next one after that. And we've got Trey Porter, RIP to Diane Keaton. I call my mom a media. My mom was a huge Diane Keaton fan. Someone got to do a checkup on Eastwood and Nicholson. Also, Task is my favorite show right now. The latest episode is crazy. Oh my God, everyone's raving about this last episode. I got to see it. I love that show. I love that show. It's so damn good, John. I love it. Okay. Dennis Hoffman, Rocky and Creed. Eagles' best franchise ever, in my opinion. Yes, it's a good opinion to have. I like it. Sinners looking more like Oscar's favorite. I when it came out, I was like, it's April, it's a vampire movie. I don't know. The love that it has, it's sustained. I think it lands there. Whether does it win? I don't know, but I think it lands in the nomination talk.
One of the most surprising moments on the hot mic was last week when Jeff Snyder himself said, I might have been wrong about Sinners Oscar's chances.
Wow.
I didn't see that coming ever.
Him saying that?
It. Yeah.
Amazing.
That tells you.
Okay. Let's see after this. Dennis Hoffman, who says, remember Skeleton Crew? Amazing directors making cool movies, but I totally forgot I watched it. Watts needs something big. Post this and Wolves. Yeah, I don't think it'll hurt him because people that did watch that show liked it. Yeah. It's just nobody watched it. Mad Sinister McCall, Frank Grillo dancing in Peacemaker intro is gold. Yeah, he looks like he's laughing at the end of it. He's laughing. I always root for him.
Yeah, I love Frank.
Russell Amador lost me in the finale when the little monster face F the guy with the helmet. Oh, that was real what you were talking about?
Oh yeah.
That was so James Gunn. Wife wonders what's wrong with me.
Yeah.
That sounds terrible. Geek Lodestars, hope you guys are doing well. John, have you started Ghost of Yoda yet? You said you have, right?
Yeah.
Also, my Dolphins mediocre per usual. Can't wait for those interstellar reaction.
Yeah. Yote's a little different than Tsushima, so it's much more dense. So I'm taking my time through it and not rushing it. With Tsushima, I was like full steam ahead. This one a little more cautious. So I want to grasp everything that's happening. There's a lot. So yeah, but I'm loving it. It's amazing.
All right, let's see. Keep it going here. We are. Sorry, I'm trying to bring up the tab. All right, 95. Come on, guys.
Hey.
We're 5 away from getting that scoop.
I got to go soon.
All right, hold on. We got to finish. We got to finish the questions.
All right.
Kevin Steinkamp. John spoiled Peacemaker finale of Kristian. I just want to hear how you describe the nonsense to him.
No, I'm not.
That's all right. Don't do that. That'll sound like you're bitter. David Jordeo. Just wanted to get my thoughts because I feel Peacemaker season 2 get unfairly beaten. I enjoyed it. That's fair.
Okay.
Yeah, I tell you. I mean, there are people who John said there's people who definitely dig it. And it's one of them. Dennis Hoffman. Will WB have the most noms as Oscars? Yeah, they seem like they have everything.
They're leading everything this year. So why not? Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. Although Avatar may get a lot of nominations, so we will see.
I love Anthony, but this is an idiotic comment. Why didn't they show the whole plot in the teaser? That's the stupidest thing that you've ever written. You've written some dumb ones, Anthony. I love you to death. That's the stupidest comment I've ever seen you written.
Why is Cenk your Avatar? That guy's.
But wait, why did they? No, when they show the aspect that he has powers to let people know it's a comic book movie, you deedle. John Darius. By the way, guys, I watched Superman Returns yesterday since 2006. Loved it compared to Gunn's. I felt mature in story and performances. Am I crazy or does it look visually better than 2025? No, I don't. I think there's more to the 2025 one, to be honest. If they would have taken what they had in that essence of that plane scene and carried that to the rest of the movie, then yes.
You're crazy. Superboy was so stupid. Kate Bosworth was horribly miscast as Lois Lane, and Kevin Spacey was just essentially tracing Gene Hackman's performance. Yeah. It is not a good movie. I don't know why people love it past the airplane scene. It makes no sense to me. But
3 away from the scoop. Matt Sinister McCall, Beth Snyder, James Gunn, new drummer for Foxy Shazam. Perfect. 97 right now. Orca 447. When I made my box office comment, I was looking at the worldwide, not domestic. I should have clarified. I'm sorry. No, it's all good.
Yeah.
Dennis, Wonderman looks cool, but all episodes drop. Yeah, and that's the problem.
Yeah, the madness, they said that they're trying to take advantage of what happened with WandaVision. Yeah. That's so stupid.
No. Nathan Drake, Tiana loses sympathy when she kills that guard. Yeah, quickly. Dingus McNally. All right, guys, with only 2 months left of the year, what would you guys say have been your favorite movie and TV show of 2025 so far? Oh, it's so hard. I don't know. Yeah. I can't tell you. I mean, I'm telling you, Roofman's up there. Roofman's up there. It's up there. I don't know yet. I don't know. And as far as TV show,
Task, okay. Yeah. I would say One Battle for sure. TV also, show, I need more time.
Also up there. Yeah. Okay. Armada, saw that Nas, Raekwon, Slick Rick, Ghostface, and more at a panel for Comic-Con. Oh, I would have loved to see that, promoting a comic there from Marvel. I wish I would have known about that. I didn't look at any of the panels, so what was going on. Jalen Frazier, looks like the Gunn haters are having a few good days. If a season finale that people are mixed on is having people question him, then it's cooked. I mean, again, let's see what happens. John said it earlier. It's a what have you done for me lately town. Yeah. Ralph, when you watch One Battle on the channel, who will it be with? And I think that's the best way for your second rewatch. Probably will be. It's probably going to be Sam. Most likely will be Sam. Moises Gutierrez. Do you think there's a chance that comic book movie? Comic book movies won't be in the international box office top 10 this year. For me, it would be a sign of CBU. Now, international is very, very possible that it won't be. Yeah. Very
none
possible.
of them really blown up internationally, including Superman.
All right, John, we hit that 100. So what's the scoop?
What? Where is it? I don't see it. What?
We hit it.
Okay.
Plus the 7. Remember, we missed 7.
Oh, that's right. The 7. All right, here we go. So there is a movie coming out called Spider-Man: Brand New Day. And as you know, I have broken, regardless of what the Nexus Point News wants to believe, I have broken the details on Punisher and the Hulk being in Spider-Man: Brand New Day. Jeff broke the details that X-Men is coming right after Endgame. But from what I'm hearing here,
you mean Secret Wars?
Secret Wars, right? Exactly. What I'm hearing though is that the Punisher will have a sidekick in the Punisher in the Superman Brand New Day. The Spider-Man Brand New Day, and it will be a black actress. And a lot of people are speculating who this could be. And for those of you who are big comic book nerds, I have a feeling this is going to be Rachel Cole Alves, and they're going to find someone who is going to play this character because she is a really strong character in the Punisher universe. And if you're going to do that Punisher special, which they just finished wrapping, I think this is going to be an interesting character to throw into the world of comic books Marvel movies, if she is going to be his sidekick. So it's a female sidekick, but I hear they're looking for a black actress to play the female sidekick. And I'm thinking Rachel Cole Alves would be the character that they'll be doing. She's a vigilante and an anti-hero, and Greg Rucka created her. So
there you go.
Interesting to add her to the mix of this whole situation. So yeah,
that's good. All right, so you can't. Well, you have to run. You can't finish these questions.
How many more we got?
We got about. Let's see. I'm at one. I'm at the point of the show. We're at 144. So let me double check. What? Okay. You tell me when it's the absolute when you got to run.
Okay, 11:30 at the latest.
Oh no, we'll be
my time. Okay.
Oh, we'll be done with that. Okay. Scuba Steve, I highly recommend Marvel movies. Watch along with Sam. I can't do it. I can't watch it. I have no interest in that, Scuba. I'm sorry. I have no interest in it. Some of the best MCU TV in ages. 4 30-minute episodes, easy to smash out. You and Sam. I doubt that I would love it. I'm sorry, Scuba. Don't be mad at me. I have absolutely no interest in that show.
Yeah, I liked it. I liked the show, but
did you?
Yeah, I did. I really enjoyed it. But yeah, okay. I hear you.
Francisco Lopez. Hey, do you know if Zaslav's selling the world Warner Brothers Discovery or just Warner Brothers? Both. Also, which studio do you think will get WB? I mean, it looks like Paramount. Yeah. Armada, Jack O'Connor nom for Sinners. I'd like to see it. Maybe. I don't see it happening, but I'd love to see it.
Yeah. I think Michael B for Sinners.
I mean, you kind of, if you're going to do anything for that movie, you kind of have to. I mean, Ryan Coogler, director, but he's so good at making, he created 2 different characters.
That's what I'm saying.
100%. Eric Slavey, good or bad? What's your most surprising film this year? Easy for me. Or even performance in a film. Roofman is the most surprising film this year.
Okay.
Hands down. I can't believe, I knew the weight that was off my shoulder. Once I can picture the moment in my head when I was walking to the theater and I looked down and I go, who directed it? And as I'm walking through it, Derek Cianfrance, oh my God. And my expectations went up so much for the movie once I sat down. So that's what's your most surprising film, John?
I don't know.
After the Hunt tonight?
Yeah, after the Hunt tonight, yes, 100%.
Verisimilitude. Hey guys, always love your show. Thank you. Do you think with the proposed buyout, we could see the Snyderverse return even just for one movie? Personally, I love Gunn Superman and I love the Snyderverse. Well, that report seems to say no. And then I think they need to, you don't want to open up that can of worms again, I don't think.
Yeah, no. And look, the report made it clear that was a possibility in the past, but it also made it clear that they've moved on from it, and rightfully so, because all the actors, especially Henry Cavill, you're not going to mess with emotions and bring him back. Like you can't jerk these actors around, or Gal Gadot. Like, I just think they wouldn't come back. It just wouldn't make sense to bring them back.
Harv's K. For best supporting as of now, I would love to see David Johnson for The Long Walk. He's pretty good in that.
He is
Amy Madigan and Weapons to get nods. I'm very excited to see what kind of nominations we get this year.
Jeff bet me 3 beers that Sean Penn would not get nominated.
What? Can I be in on that too?
You're insane.
Winning. I don't know who he's going up against yet.
Right. But I think
nominated.
Yeah.
He doesn't think he's getting nominated.
No.
Text him and ask him if I can be in on that bet too. I want to be in on that bet too.
Well, quick plug: we're doing a show tonight at 5 p.m. PT for an hour, so I will ask him that live on the air.
Tell him I would like to be part of that action as well.
Right.
Brandon Summers, if y'all haven't seen SAS Rogue Heroes with Jack O'Connell, put it on your watch list. Season 2 was so damn good. He's great. He's a great actor, and he's really, really good. So I haven't checked that out. Did you check that out, Rogue?
No, I don't even know what that is.
No.
Oh, yeah.
Ralph. So Josh Safdie was more talented. Marty Supreme. I hear Marty Supreme is excellent.
Right. Well, we don't know yet because we haven't seen it. So
I heard it's excellent.
Yeah. A lot of people said it's good, but
the buzz on that movie that's another one. That's another one that before you start giving all everything to one battle, that one's coming up quick.
Yeah. A lot of people saying Chalamet will be the odds. Yeah.
Brandon Summers, Roca, both seasons of Interview with a Vampire slap. I heard that they were good. Those seasons. Ronetta, support. Let's go team. Push this hard. Hit the big. We did it. And then a follow-up. Thank you, Renetta, with 2 of those. We crossed it. We're currently at 103. So Eric Slaby, I like Filoni's stories and lore philosophy in Star Wars, but his overall writing isn't good. I agree with that. I totally agree with that. His story senses and his philosophy in Star Wars and his overall tone of the religion of it. I agree with you, Eric, 1,000%.
Yeah.
Someone should write his stories. Lucasfilm needs a head who makes things like Andor, but it's also Force lore stuff. Yeah, I same page, Eric. Ralph, watched Skyfall in 4K last night. Good God, I've never seen cinematography this beautiful in action movie. How did Mendez make Spectre after that? Skyfall's pretty awesome.
Skyfall's the greatest one yet. And how dare you come for Spectre, man? You clearly didn't get it.
I like Spectre.
Spectre was good.
Ralph, again, thoughts on Four Brothers with Marky Mark. I haven't seen it in so long. Yeah, I haven't seen it in so long. Isn't Sofia Vergara in that one too?
Maybe, yeah. What's Garrett Hedlund's one of the brothers?
Sure.
I forgot that he was the other white brother.
He gets whacked, doesn't he?
Yeah, he's the one that gets whacked.
Yeah.
It's a remake of Sons of Katie Elder. Watch that Western instead.
Brandon Summers, I still love Star Wars. I suppose I'm still in that positive group. You're not, though. I've had conversations with you before. You're not. You're still you loving Star Wars is not overly positive. If you love it, I love it. I am not as positive about it right now as maybe you are, but like you still. But I can obviously see the things that need to change. That's not. You're not. The overly positive is like nothing's wrong. Everything's great. Right. Oh no, I love that. Here's why I love PLD to death. PLD is in that positive group. Yeah, he lives in that group.
I can't believe he said he's never found anything wrong with Star Wars. That's insane to me.
Did he say that in the thing?
He put it in the chat.
That's what I'm saying. PLD is. I love him to death. He's one of my favorite people in the world. He's out there with the flags. Everything's great with Star Wars. It's not. It's in dire straits. And but the good news is PLD and other people that are in that group.
Yeah. When
the leadership changes, they'll love everything that the new leadership gives too. But that's the whole thing is that you should have, he's look, Poor PLD is also a Red Sox fan, so he also knows that when you go through years, he's more critical on his Red Sox team. He should be more critical of Star Wars away because I love him to death, but I disagree with it. He loves everything that they do with Star Wars.
Houston? Why is he a Red Sox fan? If he's from Houston,
no, he's from like New York. He's in New York. He's upstate, like real upstate New York.
He's a Red Sox fan from New York.
The upstate, yeah. Okay. DUI champ. Hey guys, I tried watching the new interview with the Vampire series. I made it to the point where Lestat the younger guy takes him behind the air and bites him just too much. Fair enough. Not for everybody. I didn't see the show, so I don't know. Eric Slaby. This is a great one.
It made the vampire sex too realistic. I couldn't watch it.
Well, you didn't like it. You didn't like it. That's all right. Eric Slaby. Midnight in Paris made me want to visit Paris. That's a good one.
Yeah.
What do you CJ binged Adolescence and Mobland over the weekend. I got to see that Adolescence.
CJ, go see somebody afterwards.
I know. It's a deep one.
Depressing show.
It's a deep one. Bale should have listened to Leo before doing Thor Love and Farts, says Ralph. Maybe that's when he should have given up on it for sure. But he was the best part about that.
I was going to say, Bale did the great job in the movie.
Bale was the best part about it. Seattle KO support. Thank you. Dingus McNally throwing in some more support there. Thank you very much. Eric Slaby also says, definitely Minority, but I'm not a huge Interstellar fan. How many times have you seen it? Because when I saw it for the first time, I was like, I don't know. I'm not sure.
That's why I understand people who say, like, oh, if you don't get the movie the first time, it's not a good movie. You're insane. Like, some movies, your mind can't quite grasp at the time. Yeah.
After this one, Brandon says, ban Eric immediately. Christian Unpronounceable 100 was the scoop, John. Oh, he told us. New character. Yeah. Yes, he did.
I guess some people speculate it could be Misty Knight. That's very popular.
That's going too. Yeah.
My guess is Rachel Cole Alvis, but it could be Misty Knight.
Okay. Cody Bishop. People complain about a dull and stagnant Marvel, but then get upset when DC tries to do something different with Superman and Peacemaker. It's not something different, though. There's a difference between something different and like I think the problem is you get too locked in with James Gunn's jokes and tones and all that stuff too.
I just think it's such a ridiculous argument. People are like, no one's going, give me something different. I don't care if it's good or not. No one is saying that. If you want to do something different, great. The inherent understanding is do something different that's good. That's the difference, and you're trying to remove the judgment of the quality of it as if that's not somehow an important part of the equation. So I hate that. I hate that argument sometimes.
Haskell 420. What's up, guys? Christian, hope all is okay by you with this storm. So far, so good. I'm a mile from the beach on LA Sound with 8-foot waves. Holy moly. Usually 1 foot, 2 feet. That's crazy. I hope you're all right. The John Candy doc, I Like Me, is on Prime. I saw that. Yeah, I saw that dropped last night. Yeah, it dropped last night. Make sure you got a box of tissues. I heard that it was really solid. But yeah, I mean, that's going to be a tough one to watch for me. I loved him so much. Mac Prugman, Task generally is the best show in years. That's what we've been saying. Got caught up and saw what you two were joking about last week from episode 4. Hilarious. No one pisses like that. It was such a great moment. Such a great moment. He's so good. He's so good. Okay, we're at 104.
Wow.
Right now. 104. Now, hey, Mr. CJ, I forgot the actor from Tron Legacy is now in Tulsa King. Garrett Hedlund.
Oh, right. Yes. Well, because Garrett, they tried to make Garrett a thing and it didn't quite work out. So Garrett is now doing that. So, it's the way it goes sometimes.
All right. So, John, before we go.
Oh, okay, cool.
Let this fool defend himself. What do you love today?
Why?
What do you love? What do you love today? What kind?
I will say this.
What do you love? Where's your Filoni flag?
I didn't say I love everything. What I said was I have found stuff to enjoy about most.
That's not what you said. Bring up.
I said I never hated anything. I don't hate anything. That's what I said. Now my comment was I don't hate anything, and that's true. I've enjoyed every project to a degree. I will fully admit that this.
What kind of position is that? I liked everything to a degree. Fuck, I could say that about everything.
All I'm saying. What's the point of your opinion? What's the point of your opinion? I can have a great opinion about that. I can agree that there's something needs to be changed, and I can say that you don't like something. I say you don't like something. You don't like a lot of shit. You're gonna like a lot of shit. That's fine. I don't like
ever. I liked everything to a degree.
No, I enjoy things. I'm not a hater, but I'm not out there saying, "Oh, everything's great. Everything's the best thing ever." Oh my God, this movie's the best thing ever. I'm not saying that. All I'm saying is that
you're doing the classic thing where you play both sides.
And I'm not playing both sides. How am I playing both sides?
That is gutless.
How is that playing both sides? How am I playing both sides?
Because you're saying I like everything Star Wars to a degree.
I have enjoyed
that means that you like
I have sat down and watched something and I go, like The Acolyte. I like the Stranger stuff. I enjoyed that. I didn't think it's the greatest.
Well, listen, everyone can say there are good scenes.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
But then you're not an analyst or a critic.
But somebody's else saying I'm out there going. But everybody's saying, "Oh, he's out there saying he loves everything." I don't say I love everything.
I liked every Red Sox season to a degree. Well, what the fuck is logic in that? I mean, it doesn't make any sense.
This is the best.
I enjoy
we got to do this more often.
And your Peacemaker bullshit. Get on out of here. There was no converting expectations.
Everybody wanted the big cameo.
Or by James Gunn.
No. That's PLD. I didn't even see the show, and that's not. I think that's the easy argument. I wanted a cameo. That's not. Hold on a second. Hold on. That's not what I saw from the majority of the stuff of the criticisms. Was not the cameo stuff.
It was about the fact that they didn't build up to those emotional moments correctly. They didn't do them effectively enough. They copped out by having really good actors who delivered really good emotional moments in those scenes. But the way they built to those scenes did not have logic or any sense of form. And you're like, oh, subverting expectations. Bullshit. Like 2% look at 2% of the people wanted Superman or Suits or whatever nonsense you guys are saying. Bullshit. A majority of the people didn't like the finale because it didn't work to effectively bring those emotional moments home. Some of you get caught up because you like it to a degree.
No, so I think I think the flag stuff was not good for me, but I think the Smith and the hardcore stuff worked very well for me all season, and I thought it was a great finale like that. Didn't have a big action-packed finale. That's why I think people that I saw, Chris.
No one cared about action. They wanted.
That's what I saw. I read that. I enjoyed the emotional ones. I thought they were earned. I thought the emotional ones between Chris Smith and hardcore were both very earned, and between Abadea and the Vigilante were fun moments. I thought it was a good, solid finale.
Yeah, but
I don't have.
Compared to season one,
tell me the logic. You had 2 scenes with her girlfriend, or wife, the whole fucking season, and then we have this incredible moment with them in the scene. You're like, well, where did you build up to it? Why didn't you give us multiple scenes with them together?
I'm talking about the Chris Smith and hardcore stuff more than
but even the Smith and hardcore stuff, it was a kiss. That's it.
That's emotional for hardcore. That's what the whole point is, because she's not emotional at all, and that's the whole thing.
The thing is, you presented them both as these people who have issues with the people they have sex with. Chris in the first season, he was a depraved sexual monster.
Right.
In the second season, you show hardcore having sex with having sex with Rick Flag Jr., who is with Enchantress. So she is willingly engaging in a cheating situation. So the sex for them is tainted. If they had sex together and made love, that would have been much more powerful than a fucking kiss. It was a cop-out to go with a kiss. Look how cute I am. I'm going to be really elevated and make the kiss mean something. It's like, no, dude.
As much as I absolutely loved this segment, I want to do it again.
Sure.
What I can't say is that I can't add anything to the Peacemaker stuff because I didn't see it. So it's not fair to me to take a side here. What I can say is, PLD, you love everything about Star Wars. You really do. You love everything
to a degree.
All right. The guy does. I can't tell you how many times I've been on this. He says you find something positive about everything, but it's like what I've had the conversation where I've gone, well, what about this? I kind of like that. What about this? I kind of like that. Stop it.
Yeah, exactly.
But I will say, one of the greatest human beings you're ever going to meet. He's a great guy. I love PLD. I love PLD. He's the sweetheart of a human being. I love it.
He started this. He hated me from the beginning because of.
He doesn't hate you at all. He just likes to watch you lose. All right. So, all right, guys. Thank you for joining us here today. I appreciate it, John. Thank you, John. Where can they find you?
At the Rocha Says, everyone on social media, and my YouTube channel, youtube.com/John Rocha Says. Please head on over there. So close to 40,000. Get us across the line. And tonight, 5 p.m. PT, Snyder and I going live for an episode of the Hot Mic. Thanks, guys. Thanks, Kristian. Thanks, PLD. Have a great day, everybody.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for joining us today. I appreciate it. Thank you for PLD for joining us. Thank you for John, obviously, being here. Thank you guys. 105 here today on the show. We'll be back tomorrow with Roxy and maybe Mike. I don't know yet. There's a possibility the show might start a little later because I'm shooting Interstellar in the morning with Sam. So just a matter of when we finish that. And I want to jump on and make sure that is a possibility. It could be late. That's it. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you. Apple Podcasts, Spotify, anywhere podcasts are found. You guys are great. And we shall see you guys on the flip side. Appreciate you. See you soon.